foundations that are on this truck to help our veterans out that are in need, to be able to have this cool-looking truck decked out with the American flag. And
I
show
ain't
how
no
much we
fortunate
appreciate veterans
one.
and
Yeah.
appreciate people like Hal
It
that have
ain't
served
me.
us and let us
Ain't
be free to
me.
go race in circles
I ain't
every
no
week
military
and know that we are
son.
safe
Yeah.
because of them.
You received something in the mail in
Raise the silver
1966
flag.
that you said was the best
Ooh, red,
decision
white, and
of your
blue.
life.
Well, I had a draft notice. I didn't want to go to the Army, so I enlisted in the Marine Corps to be with the best and went overseas in 67, 68, and made it home. And we're honoring...
What is up, motherfuckers and party people?
We're remembering them that didn't.
How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today?
Off of a fourth place finish at Kansas. Who is Caden Honeycutt as a driver right now?
You know, I don't come here to finish second. I come to win races. That's what this team's about. Even if it is a part-time schedule, I try to do the best I can. And now that I have that experience, especially running up front in a mile and a half that I've never done before, definitely brings the confidence to go into Charlotte this weekend and to be able to hit that win column.
We had about 70 drivers since our existence that have gone through this program. Caden is one of the shining points. I mean, Ross, Carson, I think Caden falls right into that group.
May 10th, 2019. What does that date mean to you?
First win in Charlotte, damn near fell off the pit box. Celebrating so much, we were clear down in turn 4. They told us we needed to get the winner's circle, and none of us knew where the winner's circle was. So we've been very successful at Charlotte. I know Caden's going to have a good truck. Here we go again. I'm just excited about what we're going to do.
A great interview there and a good reminder of
We got
and everything that
a nice race ahead of us tonight. We got the trucks at Charlotte.
Absolutely. You know, Al's a good friend of mine, and he actually spent the night with us on Wednesday night, and we went to dinner before, and I heard all the Marine stories, and we got up for breakfast, and I heard some more Marine stories. He is so proud to be a Marine and be in the Marine Corps, and you saw him get choked up right there. That's Al. He cares that much about his brothers in arms in the Marine Corps. And as an owner, I think you see how soft-hearted he is. He wants to give these young guys a chance and a break. Kids like Caden who can do it if he gets the right opportunity. We've seen Caden. He can get this done, and Al saw that before anybody else. So Al wears his heart on his sleeve and is a great person, a great guy, and I'm glad to call him my friend.
Yeah, Al's definitely good at identifying talent. Caden Honeycutt, one of his drivers. It's been an eventful day already for him, but he's still starting closer to the front despite the issues.
Apparently there's a digit added on the clock now.
20 years old. This will only be his 25th
Don't know why.
career start, only his 5th
I was
start
messing
of
around with it this
2024.
weekend, and I ended up like
Todd
resetting a
talked about
few
it earlier. I think this
of
young man
the
found out just
scripts,
how tough this mile
and then
half
somehow
is.
that just
And
added
after that, in
an
a
extra
very
digit
little
onto
practice,
it,
and, hey,
so
he took ownership in what
that's
happened
cool.
with Christian Eckes. He said, I made a rookie mistake. He goes out there
Because I had two of those clocks on,
this is nothing against the
but I don't think OBS likes that. I don't think OBS likes having two of them, two of the same script running. So I just guess I gotta change it back and forth every time I do a Red Sox stream. And
take a look at the notable starting positions for the race tonight. Caden in 9th, as we've talked about, and here are a few others. Lane Riggs in 5th makes his first Charlotte start. Connor Mozak is in the row behind. Grant Impringer, he starts the race back in 17th. And take a look at this, the 2 truck of Mr. Nick Sanchez. Oh, well, actually, here is Nick. He is our Daytona winner. He will start 16th for the race. And there's a reason we're talking about the 2 team, because we want to give a congratulations to Chris Showalter, the truck chief, on his team on 700 starts.
He's been there for
nice.
He has been there for all of them. That is pretty remarkable. It's also his birthday, so good for Chris Showalter. He's been a staple in this series.
Well, you know, there's a
That has to be every race,
sticks around
right?
for 700 races. That's because Chris is really good at his
700
job.
races,
Yeah,
700
he's
truck
got a
races.
lot
I
of
think that
different
has
teams,
to
and
be
they've all
every
been top
race.
teams. And the other
1995, and they only run like 20 something a year.
How
many truck races has there been? That has to be like every race.
Everybody in the garage. And good job, Chris. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Yeah, just to
That's
iterate,
impressive.
That's 700 consecutive. That's not just 700. It's 700
Yeah.
consecutive. He has never missed a Truck Series race, which is not even really believable.
Because races before this year was 689. So, and this is the 11th race of the year. So, yeah.
That's right. Chris Schulwalter, guy, and important part.
Usually I don't care about stuff like that, but that crew guy on their truck team, the crew guy on Nick Sanchez's truck team has been on part of the crew for every single truck race that has ever been run, which is pretty impressive.
We'll be right back here on FS1.
What's going on, Andy? How you doing tonight?
It makes no sense that some people forget lunch. At Popeyes, we say go crispy, go bold, go memorable. We say let's bring lunch back. We don't make sense. We make chicken. Chicken from Popeyes.
Yeah. So, I mean, that also means that this is, tonight, this is the 700th truck race ever.
Once daily pill. When symptoms tried to take control,
Sparkle overload? Jaden, ain't shit happening right now. I know it's fucking lagging.
Kept trying to slow me down. I got lasting steroid-free remission.
I've been changing the sparkles every week.
My doctor saw damage. Reduce damage of the intestinal.
I had the same sparkles for like the first month or so, and then since then I've been changing them like every week.
And visibly reduced damage. Check.
It's just a matter of time, that's what you're saying.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor.
Every time I change the sparkles, I like it better.
Reactions can occur.
I like every sparkles better than the last.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
There is a lot.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough. So they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor.
Yeah, it was kind of a game time decision tonight on whether or not I was going to be live.
Now that's enough to make you order a special delivery.
That seems like a lot.
Like, I went out with some friends after work. We went to like this state park, beach.
This pop is amazing. And only
then we went down to this like little creek.
We never have to stop.
I didn't know if I'd be back in time. That's why.
Surprise! Skinny Pop.
That's why I didn't make an official schedule for tonight.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for any traveler you want to be. Like Quality Inn for the dad that gets every dollar and minute out of this family road trip.
The day is upon.
But I did really want to watch this race tonight, so I'm glad that I'm back.
For sharing healthier meals quickly and without the mess. Frigidaire induction cooktops stop burned-on spills, making cleanup easier and life yummier. Frigidaire.
Save up to $800 at Frigidaire and participating retailers.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add on an all-new footlong sidekick. We're talking a $2 footlong churro, $3 footlong pretzel, and a $5 footlong cookie. Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick. Order one with your favorite Subway Series sub today.
Fox Nation is continuing to offer all active military and veterans their first year of Fox Nation for free.
Celebrate our country with brand new shows and new seasons of exclusive content.
Go to foxnation.com to receive this special offer.
Tonight for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, this is NASCAR's backyard. It will be aggressive. It will be fun. These guys are going to be right out next to the fence, down on the apron, racing all over this track. Off we go. Sideways, Hobie, hang on, no. When you crank these engines, you have no idea who's going to win. Charlotte, this place is special.
You notice Jaden has been at least one race stream of the last 5 years. Jaden's been in pretty much every race stream that I've ever done. Also, I haven't done race streams for 5 years. Actually, I mean, I did do a few streams before I did them. You know, like, I didn't do any in 2020, but in 2019 I did a few. But it was like on my mobile stream. It was like a mobile stream.
We know he wants to win a race. He's fast every single week.
This driver's won.
What's up, Daniel?
A few races. Christian Eckes, Todd.
We talked about Christian earlier. This kid's fast. You know, unfortunately, he's going to have to come from the back, but he did have a really good truck in practice, had the fastest 10-lap average. They knew it. They fixed the truck.
What's your Twitch? Same as this. Same as my YouTube. I don't got stage winners for tonight.
Came from a lap down.
But
looking for his first career win in the Truck Series. just barely above the cut line, but you know he's in a position to
Wind pig is actually kind of hard. I'm like,
earlier, a great opportunity for another driver to punch their ticket to the playoffs tonight.
Okay, speaking of that, time now.
I'm not going with the easy one, but I'm going with the second easiest one. I'm going with Ty Majeski. He's winning tonight.
Well, I picked mine before practicing qualifying. I still got the faith. I got the faith because Brett Moffitt, he only has one start.
I could see him getting it done.
5 at a mile and a half in Kansas, starting 19th.
But also, last time I predicted him, he like wrecked out on lap
I got
1.
the faith in my driver too, Larry, because he's starting last tonight. Christian Atkins had the best truck in practice.
He's trying to sell me that's a good thing.
I love the way this kid drives.
I'm picking Ben Rhodes. He did it last year. I think he does it tonight. Ben Rhodes goes to victory lane in Charlotte. Okay.
Fuck Ben Rhodes.
For Todd, Larry, and myself, that does it for us here on this edition of NASCAR Race Day. It's time to go racing out there in Charlotte. And so for that, we say hello to the voices in the booth and Adam Alexander.
Thank you, Caitlin. It's a home game for the Craftsman Truck Series racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the 22nd time tonight. It's the North Carolina Education Lottery 200. Let me give you some drivers to watch. We began with the reigning champ, Ben Rhodes.
There was kind of like some rain in the forecast for tonight, but
this evening. On the front row,
that totally fucked off.
He's the dominator in the trucks. Got his 3rd win of the year last Sunday. North Wilkesboro, Corey Hine.
I think they said there was some rain in the forecast for Sunday in Charlotte, but I think that's going to move through. I think it already has like forecasted to move through, but Indy, I think we got a Monday Indy 500. I kind of hope we do, because I don't want us to I don't want it to overlap with races and shit.
It's going to be a great night for racing here in Charlotte. To get things started, we go trackside for pre-race ceremonies at CMS.
Please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the York Comprehensive High School Navy Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome United States Air Force Veteran Staff Sergeant Donnie Floyd.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father God, we thank you for a beautiful night. We are grateful for an opportunity to be in a place where we can enjoy the spirit of competition and racing. So God, we pray your favor over tonight. God, we think about this weekend, Memorial Day, where we celebrate the men and women who sacrificed their life for the freedom we get to enjoy this evening. So God, we are just so grateful that we get to be in a place, Lord, where we can do what it is we love, that we can find joy and entertainment from racing. And so God, we pray for these drivers, these crews, all these track officials, and all the fans here. Remind them, God, through the power of your Spirit, that you have not left them or forsaken them. And we pray last, God, that you would cover us with your extended mercy and grace. We pray this in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome country music singer and songwriter from Trap Hill, North Carolina, Presley Barker.
Didn't this guy give it last week?
Oh, say,
I feel like I've seen this guy before.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
stage is set. It's just about
Check
go
Discord
time.
for
The
thumbnails for
Craftsman Truck
tomorrow and
Series
Sunday.
tonight, race 700
I might use,
all time.
probably use tomorrow's, but
So good to have you with
I
us
might
on
make my
this
own for
Friday evening.
Sunday.
Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody, with two drivers that have won right here. Michael Waltrip, Phil Parsons.
Where the hell is Discord? There
when
it
you
is.
race at Charlotte, it just means more, Michael.
It's a home game, Adam. These teams all want to get the victory for the men and women that work so hard on these trucks. And I'm going to tell you one thing that the drivers are certainly happy about. That sun has set. It was treacherous out there today. We saw guys trying to run over 180 miles an hour in qualifying, and their trucks just simply get away from them. Not a lot of grip, a lot of slipping and sliding. We had a lot of action in that short practice session, including this come together between Caden Honeycutt and Christian Eckes. Eckes with a lot of damage to that 19 truck. They took it back to the garage. They worked it over. Christian did his part, get the toolbox up the hill. They got that thing repaired, and I think he's going to be a threat coming from the back. And Honeycutt had a really fast truck, too. Wouldn't it be interesting if those two wound up at the front tonight racing for a win after what happened earlier today?
I think it's possible. You mentioned Christian Eckes. He's a player every week. Just like Corey Heim, I mentioned earlier, he won his third win of the season coming last week. Who are some other drivers beyond Honeycutt we need to keep an eye on?
Well, Adam, we're 10 races into this regular season. That means we only have 6 races left in the regular season. A couple of guys I'm a little bit worried about are guys that were perennial championship contenders. Grant Enfinger right now is just a little bit above the cut line. He was actually below the cut line before. He had a great runner-up finish last week at North Wilkesboro. That jumped him up above the cut line. And our champion from last year, as you mentioned earlier, the winner of this race last year, Ben Rose, just barely above the cut line. He hasn't really got his season on track. He had a top 5 finish at Darlington, did not have a good finish last week at North Wilkesboro, but expect him to be good here. But there's one other guy that I want to keep my eye on. You mentioned him, Michael, Caden Honeycutt. He got into that bit of an incident with Christian Eckes. No damage to that truck, but he had such a great run at Kansas. He actually has 3 top 10 finishes in 4 starts. He was contending for that win at Kansas before finishing 4th. That's a young man I'm keeping my eye on as well.
The fact that he had problems in practice, he still qualifies 9th, and he's got plenty of confidence after that performance a few weeks ago at Kansas. We're ready to roll. It's the Craftsman Truck Series at Charlotte. Stay with us. We're next on FS1.
Everywhere but the seat. The seat is leather.
Alan, we get it. You love your bike. We do too. That's why we're America's #1 motorcycle insurer. But do you have to wedge it into everything?
What? I don't do that. This reminds me of my bike. The Wolf was about the size of my new motorcycle. Have you seen it, by the way? Happy birthday, Grandma!
Really?
Look how the brushstrokes follow the line on a gas tank.
Hey!
Brought my +1. Jamie.
Your calling. Some people find theirs at an early age.
I think that's just
Others,
you, Andy.
Later in life.
My computer says everything's
Our
fine.
calling was to build trucks, and that's why trucks are what we do. We put our everything in
Andy
every
said
truck,
that the stream just
so that when
glitched
you
hard.
find your calling,
Yeah, I think he's tripping.
nothing can stop you from answering.
Right now, during the Ram Memorial Day sales event, get $1,000 cash
Which
allowance
IndyCar
on the
one do
purchase
I
of
like?
most 2025 Ram 1500 trucks.
Let's
Hurry to
see.
your local Ram dealer today.
After Advil.
Let's dive in.
What about your back?
It's fine!
Okay.
Before Advil.
Yeah, that's definitely a you thing, Andy.
Advil Dual Action fights pain 2 ways. Advil targets pain at the source.
Wait, hold on,
Acetaminophen
actually.
blocks pain signals. Advil Dual Action.
What a great organization.
I want to know how long ago that was.
It's a godsend.
I'd just like to say thank you to everybody.
Kick off your summer at New England's only
8:36.
NASCAR race. It's a wicked fast, wicked fun weekend full of racing, camping, and all the fun you can handle. Bring your friends or make some new ones. There's concerts, fireworks, 3 days of racing, and at the end of it all, the winner takes home the
Yeah, that was on
giant
your screen,
roster.
Andy.
It's huge.
That's a you
The
thing.
NASCAR Cup Series.
You sent me a screenshot of what it looked like glitched out, and it looked like some
21st through the
satanic shit.
23rd. Get your tickets
Look
today
at
at nhms.com.
That's what Andy sent me. If my stream is glitching out that bad, I'd be getting a new PC like tomorrow.
There's some new players in town, and they brought the flag.
Why are you back? Because I missed you. Got my attention.
Yeah, I think for Sunday stream, I'm just gonna make my own thumbnail. But for tomorrow's stream, I'll probably use one of those Xfinity thumbnails.
Order pair
Paramount Plus with Showtime on Channel 865.
Helping families through difficult times has been my family's passion for over 100 years. I'm so proud to see my son and grandson continue serving Central New York families.
Providing funeral and cremation services, we will continue to work within your budget. We will create the perfect celebration of your loved one's life. I am honored to be the 5th generation of Piros, being taught to always go above and beyond family's expectations. Thomas J. Piro Jr. Funeral Home. We treat you like a member of our family.
Tonight, the Craftsman Truck Series rolls into the Queen City, the home of NASCAR speed. Young stars Corey Heim and Christian Eckes have dominated the season.
Yeah, I think Saturday I'm going to use the one that you sent me. As long as it's from last year.
Track will require focus, precision, and grit.
Actually, no, I'll have to use the one from last year. I don't know.
With only 6 races left in the regular season, drivers on the bubble are fighting to cement their name into the playoffs. Fueled by the dreams to turn gears and burn rubber week after week.
NASCAR Latin?
It's a packed weekend, and we're kicking it off now on FS1.
It's racing's greatest weekend, and for NASCAR, it gets started here, Charlotte Motor Speedway, with the Craftsman Truck Series racing on a great Friday night. World champ is back racing again. Brett Moffitt making his 2nd start of the year, driving the 1. He was outstanding just a few weeks ago at Kansas, rolling 19th. Always have to keep an eye as well on Nick Sanchez. He comes from the 16th starting position this evening. Let's go trackside for the command.
And now, here to say the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome Lucky Rewards winner, Sherry Maines.
Sherry Maines? Same as all these Kyle Busch shirts, but not the Kyle Kush one. Do they still sell that?
Fired, so let's take a look at our North Carolina Education Lottery starting grid, qualifying earlier today.
DC Tanner Gray with a great day going so far. Home for this race on the ARCA race.
Tom Adeski went out late and came up in 3rd place. Roger Cruz with another strong qualifying effort.
Lane Riggs, great qualifying effort, along with Chase Purdy back in row 3.
Oh, that's a cool photo.
I'm telling you, Phil, as we go through these lineups, we're going to out Connor Mozak, Jack Wood. Great performance for Jack this week and last. I just can't pick a winner. There's so many competitive trucks. But I'm going to skip all the way to the back of the field where Christian Eckes is going to line up. See if we can get a word with Chris. Sure. Hey, buddy. Michael Waltrip and the Fox team. Do you copy?
Yeah, buddy. Got you clear.
Well, the Napa truck got a little...
And you sent me a Xfinity photo from last year's Charlotte race.
I think you're my favorite to win this race.
And I'll probably use that one tomorrow.
I like the sound of that.
The ones that you had were from 22.
Black Tire crew did a really good job picking it up. Damage was unfortunate. I felt like we probably would have had a shot at the pole, and I haven't been very happy with my race trucks in the last few weeks, and I was actually happy with this one. So hopefully that translates, but yeah, just looking forward to the race tonight.
We are too. This is a special place. Charge through there and give us something to talk about, buddy.
Yeah, copy, will do.
Hey, 19, y'all know that song? He didn't know it. I asked him about it earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Steely Dan.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here for the show, and I think Christian's going to put one on tonight. And we saw, Adam, so many different lines out there. It was like North Wilkesboro, but times 3 in the size of this place. They're running next to the wall. Down on the bottom, there's going to be so much action. Now we hear from our pit reporters, Jamie Howe, Amanda Busick, hanging out downstairs. We start with Jamie. Good evening, Jamie.
Good evening, Adam. Yeah, for Tanner Gray, it's been over 5 years of trying, but he now finally has that gorilla off of his back of winning a national event race by getting that ARCA Menard Series checkered flag earlier tonight. He said, and not only
that's a good picture that you sent on Discord.
He's able to go out there and do it, he also taught him how to this track has transitioned into nighttime. He knows where the grip is, and he plans on using that tonight. He's also carrying the momentum of finishing in the top 10 on the last 2 intermediate tracks. He's ready for a Truck Series win. But the driver who was able to get the Truck Series win here last year is Ben Rhodes. And for Ben, he says, yes, statistically, this is the worst start to a season that he has ever had here in the Truck Series. He's the defending champion, and he knows that if he's going to really defend that championship, it's time to start turning things around. The work has been done back in the Thor Sports shop to get it done. Nobody is in panic mode right now. It's time to go. Amanda? Hey, Jamie and Danielle, on Monday it was announced that Team Thompson would be making his Xfinity.
So, let's see what Bob has to say about the stage lengths for tonight.
All this talk about doubles, we got triples happening here this weekend, and I asked Dean what made him know that he was ready for this challenge. He said, I have been training and preparing for this for a very
Stage 1 is lap 30. Stage 2 is also 30 laps, so that'll end at lap 60. And then the final 74 laps is the final stage. Fuel run is 48 to 52 laps, so in the first 2 stages, you wouldn't have to worry about that. But in the final stage, if it went green, you would have to worry about it. Bob seems pretty optimistic that the rain will stay away. There's a few cells that he's monitoring. But it looks pretty good. I think we'll be fine.
That'd be a good person to be right now, wouldn't it? Everybody wants to know a little bit about Corey Heim. Let's, from our friends at Craftsman, they're going to present the track description. You can see 1.5 miles in length. Turns
on my radar, it says absolutely nothing, but
it didn't look that way.
Bob's radar is better.
These trucks are going to be running over 180 miles an hour into these corners. A lot of banking, a lot of grip until there isn't, and that's when you see those slips and slides.
A lot of grip till there isn't. Let's take a look at our race analysis. You see this race is 200 laps, 134 laps, 200 miles. You see Stage 1 is going to be, that graphic is absolutely wrong. Stage 1 is going to be 30 laps. Stage 2 is going to be 30 laps. And then the final stage, 74 laps. That means we will have a pit stop in that final stage.
And that's going to be interesting when they decide to make that pit stop. And if a caution comes out, is it a green flag stop? We saw a lot of guys practicing entering pit road. And in Kansas, that could have been the difference in winning and losing for Caden Honeycutt. He need a little bit on pit road with his stop, maybe a little bit in and off pit road. He learned so much from that, and I'm sure he learned a whole lot about his truck this afternoon in practice.
Let's do our onboard cameras, Michael.
Yeah, race to stop suicide on board for Daniel Dye, another truck that's starting in the rear of this field, and he's been so solid this year. It's going to be fun to see Daniel charge through the field.
We're also going to ride along with Raja Caruth. This is the HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. Raja won the race at Las Vegas, 1.5 miles, looking to be 2.
Qualified on row 2 for tonight's race did Raja Caruth.
And until turn 4, it looked like he was going to be on the pole. He was shooting through turns 3 and 4 and just got a little bit tight late, and that cost him a chance at the pole.
Another lap before we go green, so let's get a break in, and we'll be racing when we return to Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Smile, you found it. The feeling of finding psoriasis can't filter out the real you. So go ahead, live unfiltered with the one and only Sotyktu, a once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis and the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding you're so ready for your close-up, or finding you don't have to hide your skin, just your background. Once daily Sotyktu was proven better, getting more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known as Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. There's only one Sotyktu, so ask for it by name. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal. So to do it right, start with our most durable paint. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. And Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed. And right now, buy a gallon of Magnolia Home or Clark in Kensington and get the second one 50% off.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Pizza Hut just changed the combo game with the new My Hut Box. Starting at $6.99, it's the ultimate solo meal. Get a personal pan pizza or melts and your favorite side. Combo like you never comboed before. No one out Pizza Hut.
However you may choose to travel, we'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise for lives in drive.
Everybody wants super straight, super white teeth. They want that Hollywood white smile. New Sensodyne Clinical White provides 2 shades whiter teeth and 24/7 sensitivity protection. I think it's a great product and help a lot of patients.
What's up at DQ? These two are debating which $7 meal deal, with fries, drink, and a sundae, is the best full-size meal deal of all.
Cheeseburger.
Chicken strips. There's something for everyone in the $7 meal deal at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Back in Charlotte, getting ready for race 700 in series history for the Craftsman Truck Series. What a ride.
Yeah, that was 4-time champion Ron Horner to run one race number 100 and 300, sandwiched around Ted Musgrave, another champion winning 200.
How about our guy Clem Boyer winning a home game in number 400, Kansas Speedway.
Another champion wins race number 500, Austin Dillon.
And you know Kyle Busch's name's got to be on that list.
There's on every list, about 66 of them or something like that.
How did he only get one? That's incredible.
Might not have run the other race. He certainly didn't run race number 100.
Well, that's true. That's true. Jack Wood, impressive so far today.
Thank you guys for that fast truck. Good looking so far. So, actually, you guys actually down there, and we should have ourselves a good one at home. Thanks for all the hard work.
This is tense times, though, Adam. You know, the trucks were slipping and sliding like we said in practice. We're at America's home for racing, but the America's home for racing gets very dicey when you try to go 3 wide. And I've seen these truckers a lot. They're going to try to go 3 wide on this start.
Starts and restarts absolutely out of control at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's been a long day for these teams, but we are ready to put the green flag in the air and turn them loose. Front
Going
row,
green.
All about Tricon Garage. Tanner Gray on the pole for the first time in his career. He takes the inside lane.
Green flag.
Here we go from CMS.
What's this link, Jaden? Oh yeah. I saw that during pre-race. That was actually insane. Like, not many like stats like that get my attention, but that one grabbed my attention. He's ran every single truck race, or been a part of every single truck race.
Off the road, 77 made an aggressive move, some contact, and he's lost a
So this is actually the Truck Series 700th race tonight.
I don't think Lane Riggs knew that he was going to be there. Lane was in that 38 truck.
And I think Purdy's made a good decision there. He started to dive in there 3 wide, said it's too early, there's not enough room. He backed out of the gas and kept from having a big crash down into turn 3.
Settles in the 17th position, appropriate for number 77.
Look at Matt Crafton. He's going to jump down, make it 3 wide. Try to move by Grant Enfinger in the 9 truck.
A couple of veterans doing battle there, right behind Nick Sanchez in the 2. The 17 is Taylor Gray. Matt Mills in the 42 in front of them, dancing around.
Brad Moffitt to the bottom of 3 wide on the inside of that green and white truck. Watch this decision. He had a big run, big draft, and goes to go to the bottom and says, I don't think there's room. Backed out of the gas, and I'm glad he did.
Lane Riggs was wanting to make sure there wasn't enough room for him to do that.
These are the drivers coming from the back. Tyler Ankrum had the spin in practice. We covered this, or in qualifying rather. We talked about the situation for Christian Eckes. And as those two teammates drive from the back, it's teammates racing for the lead. The 11 is Corey Heim trying to get on point. Here he goes inside of the 15 of Tanner Gray.
Yeah, the 15 got in the corner really hard, but lost his momentum through the center of the corner. And that's going to allow Corey Heim to grab this lead.
These two have driven away pretty nicely from third place running Tom Majeski. Got a nice gap there.
When Corey Heim qualified this close to the front, starting on the front row with his teammate, I said, he's going to be really dangerous tonight. I think we're seeing that right here.
He was pretty dangerous last week.
He was.
What a run to the checkered flag that was for him. I think we called high time about 50 laps before the checkered flag, and that's exactly how it went down.
91 is Jack Wood. Coming off a career best last week, 12th at North Wilkesboro.
Right side of your screen, you see teammates Christian Eggers, the 19, Ankrum in the 18 battling. That's back for the 25th position.
And a couple of trucks ahead of them, their other teammate that started out back, Daniel Dye. He's been able to get through traffic better than Eggers. And there is a good view out at the back of Daniel.
You see on that rear spoiler of the trip. Remember, this is the first race of the Triple Truck Challenge. $50,000 bonus to the winner of this race.
Dye's making another move around Stephen Parsons to the bottom. This truck is fast.
Plus 13 already, wow, for Daniel Dye.
George Friesen there in that blue truck. In the inside, behind Bailey Curry. There's Ben Rhodes, who won this race a year ago, looking to get his season on track, as we've talked about.
Battle for the 10th position. Bailey Curry going to try to grab that spot back from Ben Rhodes. Here comes Dean Thompson. Dean's fresh off our Knucker Series attempt, finishing the top 10. Bailey Curry getting loose.
Hang on to her, Bailey.
Ooh. And how about Ben Rhodes realizing that Bailey Curry was loose and gave him the room he needed to keep that from being an accident?
That was just a smart heads-up veteran move, champion move. That's how you win championships. You got to be situated aware of what's going on. And you have to feel some things. You can't even see them, Bill.
Let's go to Jamie.
Listening in to the conversation between Tanner Gray and his team, it's his spotter, Coleman Presley, who talked him through the start, then talked him through the move that Corey Heim was making around him. But once he settled in, Coleman told Tanner, he said, "You're behind somebody that's going for a championship right now. Get behind him, see if you can learn anything." Tanner responded and said, I'm getting free. And Coleman said, everybody is right now. Just trying to learn. So Tanner's just soaking it all in and maintaining what he's got.
Corey Heim has led the last 5 laps after Tanner Gray led the first 3 from the pole. Rest of the top 5, Ty Majeski, Raja Caruth, and Scott Riggs.
Scott Riggs' son, Lane.
Scott Riggs, Lane, there you go. For the first time, I've got to put $1 in the jar. Lane Riggs running good again. We're back in a moment. Let's go side by side on FS1.
All right, side by side, that's good.
Before we start our engines,
and all the veterans and those that are serving today,
before the green flag flies,
we do what we love because of the sacrifices that were made by our military heroes.
we stop. We listen. We look to the skies. The awe-inspiring roar and thunder. To all those near and far, home and abroad, we thank you, and we salute you with a little noise of our own.
Ready to rise? To the challenge? Above obstacles. Above perceptions. Above it all. If so, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
So, I didn't think I needed Swiffer until I saw how easily it picked up my hair every time I dried it. It only takes a minute. Look at that. The heavy-duty cloths are extra thick for amazing trap and lock, even for his hair. Wow. And for dust, I love my heavy-duty duster. The fluffy fibers trap dust on contact. Up high and all around without having to lift a thing. I'm so hooked. You'll love Swiffer or your money back.
Fox having the first commercial being side by side is good. Something new they've been doing. Yeah.
The United Football League on Fox.
This is the make or break moment. The chance to carve your name.
Actually, that's not new, but it was something that was taken away for a while. It used to actually be how they would do it. They would You know, run the first like 11 laps, then do a side-by-side commercial, and then have a bunch of full-screen commercials, and then like during the second half they'd have a side-by-side. They'd have them, like most of them side-by-side.
That's a nice tease, Adam. Yeah, my phone ready for that. I know you are.
But that went away for a while.
What a battle it is here. Just outside the top 10, Taylor Gray trying to move up. Ran upon Connor Mozak in that 7, couldn't finish the deal.
Barely through the 41.
Look at that
behind him.
Look at how high he went in the corner. That's a different line that he's experimenting with. See if he can get some momentum up top down this front straightaway.
Had a little bit of a gap behind him. Felt like he had an opportunity maybe to try something, see if it worked. Didn't lose any ground.
I love that, man. You got to see what's out there. Make the that's a big squeeze there. Dean Thompson ran Jack Wood up the hill, and that's going to cost Jack a lot of momentum and a lot of spots.
Yeah, Jack got sideways. He's going to lose all his momentum. Going to lose about 3 more spots.
That'll get your attention. Oh my man, Kate Honeycutt was sawing on that wheel down on the inside of Scott Riggs's kid.
I was like, thank you, Michael. You made me feel better about myself. It was just a tease.
He knew what he was doing. He
Oh, yeah.
That's where Lane got loose. Excuse me, Caden got loose earlier and caused that accident. But he held it straight that time. Can he complete this pass?
White gloves are a must, you know it?
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's a strong move by Honeycutt. He's up inside the top 5.
Christian Eckes radio.
All right, 10-4, turn off your alternator, turn it back on here. Turn the switch. Already did.
That's trouble early.
Yeah, he's got a volt meter in there and showing that it's down from where it needs to be.
Got to go 12 laps, and hopefully it doesn't all the way die out on him. And get the crew to take a look at it this first stage break.
And you would think that situation would not get any better. Doesn't appear as though it's hurt the performance of that truck yet.
He's worked his way to the top 20 from the back, but problems for Christian Eckes. Corey Heim leading.
Didn't you just come back from commercial? Hold on, didn't you literally just come back from commercial? Like,
Saturday baseball is one heck of a slice. Sit back and make some room for a big old Come on, it's Saturday.
Shell renewable waste heat. Reducing emissions by 60%.
they were back from commercial for 3 minutes.
We're moving forward to IndyCar because we're
Not even. That's great.
powering progress.
Gotta love Fox. And just, it's not even Fox, it's just greedy corporations. It's everyone. Everyone does it.
Standard jeans use just 2 measurements, and Taylor Custom Jeans use 7 different measurements to give you the perfect fit. Your phone can measure you right now. Download the M-Tailor app on iOS or Android. Choose from hundreds of styles. M-Tailor measures you digitally and is 20% more accurate than a professional tailor. With free shipping and a money-back guarantee, get your new favorite pair of jeans today. M-Tailor, available on the Apple App Store or Android.
Basketball fans from all over the United States have won over $1 billion. Visit UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code POSTER to claim your player's special and deposit offer. Underdog Fantasy, calling all dogs.
The teams are set for a food truck fight. Desperate to win that spins out of control.
This is not what I signed up for.
Food Stars, all new Wednesday at 9/8 Central on Fox.
This making you uncomfortable? Good. When you've got type 2 diabetes like me, you have up to 4 times greater risk of stroke, heart attack, or worse, death. Even when meeting your A1C goal.
Yeah, it's like everybody blames Fox. It's
I'm not
like
trying to scare you. I'm empowering you to get real with
I
your
honestly
health
blame
care.
NASCAR
Talk to them about lowering your risk of stroke.
because there's no
heart
reason
attack,
you should be
or death.
signing a TV deal that even allows for commercial breaks to be happening under green flag racing.
We've been creating it for more than
The fact that F1 can do that,
the most advanced technology
you know,
to the broadest,
is just
most
proof that you
reliable
can't, that
network
it
of
can be
sales
done,
and
and
service
you're just not doing it.
Always moving forward. We lead, others follow.
Push Guide, bold and smooth survival skills.
It's like you already have the advertisements on the cars.
Leaves of 3.
You don't need them on the TV also.
Cans of 6. Take your pick. And head for the mountains of 3.
7 laps to go. It's the opening.
That's always been my point. Is like you literally have them on the cars. That is quite literally the point of NASCAR.
For second place, Tanner Gray.
Like y'all might think the point of NASCAR is racing. That's kind of just like a secondary thing. The point of NASCAR is advertising. That is literally all it is.
Michael and I've been watching
The race is secondary.
Consistently the fastest truck on the racetrack. He ran the fastest lap, the last lap with a pass on Raja Caruth.
He has just been incredible. Let's go down to Amanda.
Yeah, talked to Caden about that little mistake that he had in practice with Christian Eckes and how he puts it behind him. And he said, well, first thing I did was go over and in person and apologize to Christian, but I come here to win races. I have to let this go. I talked to Al East earlier in the week about Caden Honeycutt. He said, I see a lot of this man in Ross Chastain and Carson Hocevar. So pretty big shoes to fill, but a lot of expectations on Caden for East Motorsports.
Well, Adam, anytime Ross or Carson get in that 45 truck, it's fast. They go straight to the front. And it's really cool that they found a young kid.
Even like the pre-race show in F1.
And show that
Like,
same type of speed. This is really
like when I've watched the pre-race, I think I've seen like one commercial. There might be like one commercial sometimes, but like it's usually just commercial free. Like even the pre-race.
Both Carson run on Sundays, and this could be the next guy to get to do that.
Yeah, Phil Gould is the common denominator there for Ross, for Carson, and for this Caden Honeycutt right now, who's all the way up to the second spot.
Nice has 9 wins all time, 8 of those with Phil Gould on the pit box, so he knows what he's doing. There's no question about that.
I just love the versatility of the 45. He goes up high if he needs to, and he's able to run right on the bottom as well.
3 to go, stage 1. Corey Heim has led 24 laps, led 49 laps in this race a year ago, finished second overall, won stage 1, was second in stage 2. So Heim knows his way around Charlotte Motor Speedway.
We talked to him during our practice.
So the hourly forecast for Sunday,
Last year, finished second.
well, as far as it goes, it says it's supposed to be sunny up until 7 p.m. and at 8 p.m. it says rain, lightning strike. But it only says 33% chance. So I don't know. We'll just have to fucking wait and see.
Clock continues for Eckes there. Yeah, that's a good through the field.
Isn't that a fun game?
Inside the top 15.
Wait and see.
I was thinking before this stage started, you would say if you can get in the top
Indianapolis.
at the end of the first stage, will you be happy? I think you would have been happy about that. But if you had
Oh,
an
yeah.
alternator issue,
Oh, yeah. No racing on Sunday in
unfortunately
Indy.
hurt him as we go forward.
That ain't
Might have to line
happening.
up and do the same thing all over again, Phil.
That's right.
Started the back.
Or if it
they
does,
work on that truck.
it'll probably just be a rain shortened race. There's actually a chance that it does get started, but it would be a rain shortened
Gray from the
bitch.
pole to third. Raja Caruth in the 4th position. Final truck inside the top 5 is Ty Majeski.
Alright, so this is the final lap of the stage.
And he's picked up where he left off. He's going to get his 5th stage win of the year. And for the 2nd straight season, he wins stage 1.
So Corey Heim wins stage 1 at Charlotte.
His first 30-lap run of the night. Honeycutt 2nd. Gray, Caruth, Majeski getting points in the top 5. Lane Riggs was 6th. Chase Purdy 7th. Dean Thompson, Ben Rose.
And I will be back in just a few short minutes. I'm going to go smoke.
Stage of the night. That stage win for Corey Heim ties him with Kyle Busch for the most this season. Pit stops when we continue from Charlotte.
My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back. Now with Sky Rizzy, I'm all in with clearer skin. Things are getting clearer. I feel free to bear my skin, yeah, that's on me. Nothing is everything. With Sky Rizzy, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months, and most people were clearer even at 5 years. Sky Rizzy is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Now's the time. Ask #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, with your home, auto, boat, and RV all bundled with Progressive, you've got the peace of mind to really wander.
Yeah, I just hope it stays this way. Once word gets out about these places, they tend to...
Are you done?
And there it is.
Well, at least your vehicles are protected. Let's hit the road.
Hey, fam. I am just at this beautiful lake that I just discovered, practicing gratitude, manifesting abundance.
I thought water would help with these dry spots.
That's lawn disease. But Scott's Healthy Plus will cure it.
Lawn disease?
Been going around.
So, like, other people have it and it's not...
Pick up a bag of the new Scott's Turf Builder Healthy Plus lawn food today.
Feed it long. Feed it.
At KFC, grab 2 pieces of hot, juicy chicken, a side of mashed potatoes and gravy, and a biscuit for just $4.99. Son of a bucket, that's a good deal. New taste of KFC deals. Only at KFC.
This is Terry's look of total relaxation. And this is his John Deere X350 lawn tractor. It does more than just cut grass. It delivers peace of mind all year round. You just have to get in the seat.
With Flonase, allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying Flonase daily gives you long-lasting, non-drowsy relief. Psst, psst. Flonase, all good. Also, try our allergy, headache, and nighttime pills.
Opening stage complete in the North Carolina Education Lottery 200. Corey Hahn delivers the green and white checkered flag. Caden Honeycutt was second. That's his best ever stage finish. Here's the stage point breakdown. Tanner Gray, much needed stage points, came in right at the cut line.
And most of his competitors did not get stage points. So it's going to be a big game for Tanner Gray.
2 for Ben Rhodes, right? So that's good. He can take all he can get when you consider where he is in the lineup with 6 races to go to the playoffs. We'll get pit stops ending stage 1. We start with Jamie Howell.
The first that will make it to the pit box will be in spot number 1, which is Tanner Gray. His biggest complaint was that he was just a little too edgy. He said that he didn't have enough security. So what his crew chief, Jeremy Donnelly, is doing is just going to tighten him up a little bit, but doesn't want to hurt turns 1 and turns 2, especially at the start of this step. So just very slight adjustments. So Rajah Carew, he said that he was just a little too tight, so they're going to try and just make a couple of small adjustments. He said otherwise it's all okay. Amanda?
Well, it looks like things are going well for the 45 and 11 so far. On the bottom right there on the 45 and Caden Honeycutt. He's really been working on that relationship with Phil Gould in his 5th race with Neath Motorsport. As you see Corey Heim off, the team did tell him to stop short of his box to make sure he had a clean exit, as you saw there.
Steve Majeski coming out of the pits. Raja Caruth off in the grass. Tanner Gray goes +2. Great stop for the 15. -1 for Heim. Honeycutt goes 1 in the wrong direction. +3 for Chase Purdy. Let's watch what happened to his teammate.
This is a mess trying to get out of the pits. I think Wayne Rigg is going to pull out of his pits and just pull to the grass like nobody's there. Unfortunately, there were 2 other trucks on the outside of him. See Taylor Gray leaving his box there. Let's hop on board with 71 and watch this action.
We're ready for stage 2 when we come back to Charlotte.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal, so to do it right, start with our most durable paint. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. And Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed. And right now, buy a gallon of Magnolia Home or Clark & Kensington and get the second one 50% off.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Rumor has it that our new New York-style pizza is Domino's best pizza yet. Made with our fresh, never-frozen dough that's stretched thin and cut into 6 foldable slices. Rumor also has it that you might have to fight over the last slice. Order Domino's New York-style tonight and see for yourself.
Meet Ultimate Hybrid, advanced ceramic and wax technology. The best of both worlds, but better. Only from Mothers.
This June, drop what you're doing for the Summer of Stars. Because we're serving up Copa America and Euros. Summer of Stars kicks off on Fox and FS1.
There are over 75 million monthly Tubi viewers. That's more people than there are wall-mounted dual actuating drinking fountains, which means Tubi is more popular than health code violations. Tubi, it's more popular than wall-mounted dual actuating drinking fountains.
When weight kept them down, science helped them soar. When morning kisses turned sour, science made them sweet. When itching kept them up, science helped them rest easy. When the world gave them setbacks, science gave them bounce backs. And when your vet delivered life-altering news, science delivered life-changing nutrition. Hill's Prescription Diet. Science did that.
Verdict Chevy has made savings on over 200 models. Trucks for every lifestyle and budget.
Spring into adventure when you drive a new 24 Equinox LT all-wheel drive SUV. Lease just $269 a month, or choose 3.9 for $69.
Amazing selection and savings. That's why now is the time to buy. Together, let's drive. Verdict Chevrolet at Drivers Village. Shop verdictgm.com.
Hey, man. You like Dr. Pepper? And its unique blend of 23 flavors.
It's a pepper thing.
We did it at Kansas, so we thought we'd run it back. Inviting Carson Hocevar.
Oh, nice. Again. I love this.
So good last year.
Yeah.
Driving in the truck.
Carson did so good in the Kansas booth that he's back.
Motor Speedway. Great to have you with us once
Nice.
again. Calling the action here on FS1.
Yeah, I appreciate it. What a beautiful night we've had. Obviously, that 45
Fox
truck
is
of
this
Money cuts really fast.
the truck broadcast recently have actually been pretty
A
good.
little bit envious, A little bit, but also, too, a little bit of gratitude, right? Similar setup. I know Phil and them, they have the similar setup that we built 2 years ago. So we ran it the same year, ran it back, and obviously they ran it back here, and it's still working. So it's nice to know that, a little bit of homework copying throughout the years is doing well for that 45.
I'm glad that they got Carson back in the booth for,
Lap after lap.
I think, this stage.
These restarts, though, Carson, you know how crazy they are. You've lived it. What kind of advice would you give Caden right now, the young racer that had that little bit of a mistake in practice earlier today? How do you calm him down in this situation?
Oh, I mean, the biggest thing is just staying calm, Michael. It's so it's so easy to spin those tires. It's so easy to get a bad it's so important. The bottom is such an advantage. We saw it even on the new tires, that the top lane, it's so easy to spin the tires, so easy to get put back, and all of a sudden you got them swallowing you up, you lose 2 or 3 spots, and now you're stuck in dirty air, and it's so technical here, especially with clean air, especially through 1 and 2. You're almost wide open throughout the run, especially the really good trucks. They can stay almost wide open, but when you get those bumps, it gets the thing upset, gets the nose off the ground, and then all of a sudden it starts taking off even more because you get in the dirty air. So it's such a value.
Let's go down to Jamie.
While we were at break, Rajah Caruth had to make a second pit stop. Reason being was the damage after the contact that occurred when he was exiting the pit stop. As he came down pit lane, he asked his spotter, Joe Campbell, he said, was there anything that I could have done differently to avoid that? He was told, no, you could not. They already apologized for it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with your truck. Put your head down and go. Adam.
Christian Eckes, extended stop. We talked about their problems. He restarts in the 28th position. Timmy Hill got the free pass, so he's back on the lead lap. And that tire that got away was the 67 of Jeffrey Earnhardt. Front row for the restart, just like the start of the race. Teammates Tanner Gray, Corey Hine. Ready to go. Stage 2 at Charlotte.
Back green.
Pushing already, guys, into 1.
Honeycutt looking high in the 45.
It's going to open up the middle for Majeski in the 98.
Yeah, Honeycutt was in a tough spot. He was pushing the 11 so good that his nose was way in the air and just forced him up the top of 3.
Connor Mozak in the 7. Lane Riggs hanging tough inside the top 10. There he is in that 38.
Dean Thompson wants to sniff of that outside. Honeycutt shuts the door on him. There's that 7 of Mozak you're talking about, Adam. Strong run early.
get such a run down the back straightaway. But with that run, you pay a price. You're going faster through the bumps. So you have to really keep an eye on your car. As you see Dean, he'll miss the bottom here, and the 7 might have a run back there on him.
Two drivers here doing double duty. Randy Arcaraz talking about Thompson, Taylor Gray. Actually, Bozak rather.
Look at this battle for the lead. Corey, this looks like the start of the race, Adam. Tanner Gray did a nice job on the brake, got the lead. He did it again, but he's got company there. We know how fast that's 11 was. He drove off to a 4-second lead, 3 wide on the right side of the screen.
How about that?
Dean
Thompson got a 2 for 1.
Dean Thompson just went just past 2 guys, just like nothing.
Riggs.
Man, Michael, you don't really get a
moves into
shot here
5th.
to get a reset, right? You make a mistake or you see a truck go by, you're like, man, I wish I could have that one back. Tanner gets an opportunity here to be able to learn and try to see what he could do differently to hold off this 11. But, man, Corey's so good right now.
Dean Thompson inside the top 5. Here comes a battle for the lead.
10 laps led tonight for Tanner Gray. But he's had a hard time keeping his teammate behind him. Just like in stage 1, Heim bides his time and then pounces. Here he is for the lead.
Tanner putting up a good fight, though. Trying to stay on that right rear quarter panel just to at least try to keep him at bay. But Corey just so good right now. Even with loose, still driving away right now. It's just super fast right now and doing a really good job. As we got 3 wide yet again with Connor Bozak. Man, the 45 so good on the long run, but it seems like he's just lacking a little bit on the short run here.
Connor Bozak's driving the hell out of that thing right now.
Getting with it from the rear of the field.
He squeezed through and made it 3 wide and completed that pass.
Trying to move to the inside of Jack Wood in the 91.
That's for a position inside the top 10.
Woo!
Completed. Hold her down. Daniel.
Woo!
Working that drive.
Damn, Daniel.
Man, that's such a tough spot. He was probably going for a slide job there and thought he was going to clear it, and there's really not a lot of opportunity to back off and recommit, right? And you just see he was almost committed. He gets that 1, he drives away, and now he just loses 2 and maybe 3 here.
There's been so much movement in this race. You introduced Ty Dillon to the conversation. Nick Sanchez is back up there. And Mozak and Honeycutt just can't get away from each other in the 7 and 45.
They've settled it, Adam.
Have they?
Yeah, for now. They've got it settled. Honeycutt says, I'm going to take that spot and run with it.
Man, I've been impressed with Daniel so far today. He started in the back, able to move forward here, able to reset himself here, and now back on the offense after getting his truck under wraps and getting it back handled. He's done a really good job so far.
And we talked all season of what a difference a season makes. Just so much better this year, so much more poised this year. Doesn't make any mistakes and really running well, running up in the top 10. Several more top 10 finishes this year than he ever had before.
Race fans, we are staying with all the action here at Charlotte, commercial free. We crank it up, sponsored by Craftsman.
Michael will go get this 2. You're still way better than him.
Grab your phone now and get ready to scan the QR code for the Craftsman deal of the race.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin' deals on tools to power through projects. Because teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
It's Craftsman Days at Lowe's.
Buy this Craftsman V20 starter kit and get one of 14 cordless Craftsman V20 tools free.
Scan now for the current Deal of the Race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud.
Do it with Craftsman.
A whole lot of business to take care of. The one thing, though, the racing has not been disappointing, and it hasn't changed to the front. Here is Corey Heim again, almost a second advantage over Tanner Gray. But unlike in stage one, Gray's hanging around this time.
You beat me to it, Adam. He's done a really good job staying in tow. He's obviously learned something or made his truck a little bit better. I tell you who has been good still is that's 45 on the long run. Already kind of reset himself and back up to 4th here.
Racing inside of Tom Majeski there. Here right in front of this battle for 4th. Chase Purdy doing a really nice job with that 77 truck.
He really is.
There he is right there, left side of your screen. Got a little bit of debris on the grill, but keep an eye on that water temperature.
Yeah, it should be all right where it's at, but he's done a really good job so far today. Started 6th, 7th in stage 1, and now 3rd. He's done a really good job, and obviously he wants to continue to get better. He's seen a lot of his teammates go home with trophies. You know, that still weighs on you. It makes you hungry, right? You want to get better, you want to improve, and try and get that trophy for your team and put one on the banner for yourself.
Then we talk about what Daniel Dye's been able to do this year. Same situation last year for Chase Purdy. Market improvement over the year before.
Look at our biggest movers, plus 12 for Roger.
Yeah, he's done a nice job of rebounding from his problem pit road. You saw him working on that fender. He's got a really fast truck, and he's making great moves up through the field. He's trying to crack back up toward that top 10.
Roger's done a good job this year. He's in a similar boat to how I was last year. You know, you hear all this talk about, you know, when you get that win, when you get it, you know, you're going to win all these races. And he did. He did win it, right? It's not over. He's still hard to win these races, and he's just learning how tough it really is. You know, he's just resetting his mindset here. I've talked to him, obviously, in the shop, and he does a really good job, really a student at the game, really trying to reset and get back into victory lane. He's done a really good job so far today.
Nice move there for Dean. He's going to grab that 5th spot. A little bit aggressive the way he slid up. Get your attention if you're the guy on the outside, doesn't it? Especially when a guy just moves up like you're not even there.
It does, especially on exit. You get really frustrated when your guy on the top because, you know, you're still fighting that car. The guy's next to you, you're fighting the air, and all of a sudden he slides up to you in front of you. That nose takes off, and really then you're frustrated. You're more mad you lost a spot, but also, too, that you almost put your stuff in the wall. And this right side of this truck is so valuable. You can't lose that right side force, and it really puts you in a vulnerable spot if you do lose it.
Dean Thompson is one of the 4 drivers that ran earlier tonight in the Arca Menard Series, and 3 of those 4 right now are running up in the top 8 positions.
Let's get a report on the 19 of Christian Eckes, Amanda.
Yeah, when Christian on the radio was talking about the voltage, what it actually ended up being was the alternator was disconnected. That has been righted, and the voltage is back over 12 as he's back on track.
Give him the award for most trucks passed tonight. He starts at the rear after the problems in practice, drives it to the top 15, the extended pit stop, and here he is again, trying to get back to the top 15 again toward the end of stage 2, 17th right now in that 19 truck.
And what a lucky break for them to have come unplugged. If they had to change that alternator, they could not do that on a caution lap. So big break for Christian Eckes. We still got a lot of racing to go. He's got a lot of time to get his way on through the field. Really fast truck. His lap times right now are top 5 times.
Daniel Dye.
Wow, that was a nice dive into turn 3, and he was able to hold the bottom. That was the most impressive thing about that move. He entered low, but he was able to keep low and keep that nose right on the white line. It's going to get him up to a point-paying position in the stage.
He's 10th now, Jamie.
Yes, and I talked to Daniel about the progress you guys were talking about that he's made this season compared to last, and
those stage points because he came in 17 below the cut line. 2 to go. Second stage of the night. Give a call to Tricon Garage. 3 of their Toyotas inside the top 5. Corey Heim leading the way. And remember when we said Tanner Gray was keeping pace? I think Heim heard us because he stretched the advantage now to 4 seconds.
He likes that 4-second gap, doesn't he?
He does.
He got that out there that first stage and held on to it.
Final lap of the stage. Grant Enfinger, Raja Caruth, old teammates racing for position here. That's 15th on track.
I think Grant's going to possibly get blocked in by that lap truck. Now, only it's for 15th, right? But it's important because when you come down pit road, that's one spot. That's a car length you're going to gain when you come to pit road here in a lap.
Get out the
Alrighty.
It's a sweep for Corey Heim.
So Corey Heim wins both stages at Charlotte.
He's led 49 of 60 laps tonight. Tanner Gray was second. Chase Burton
And
solid in third.
once again, I'll be right back.
Fourth, Dean Thompson stays in the top 5. Points for Majeski, Riggs, Mozak, Sanchez, and Daniel Dye. 4th time in Heim's career, he swept the stages. But he only went on to win once. Circuit of the Americas this season he wins. He delivered on our last mile and a half at Kansas. And last Sunday he delivered in North Wilkesboro.
All eyes on me, brand new trip is what they see. Diamonds on my teeth, brand new whip is what they see.
In my bag like a bunch of groceries, all this cheese and greens just come to me.
Freedom you can't take your eyes off. The new 2024 Jeep Wrangler and Gladiator. Jeep, there's only one.
Top off this Memorial Day with 2,000 bonus cash allowance on 2024 Jeep Wrangler gas-powered models and Jeep Gladiator. Stop by your local dealer for a test drive and experience open-air freedom today.
You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold.
What straps gold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring does.
Boring makes vacations happen.
Early retirement's possible.
And startups start up.
Because it's smart, dependable, and steady. All words you want from your bank.
For nearly 160 years, PNC Bank has been brilliantly boring, so you can be happily fulfilled. Which is pretty unboring if you think about it.
Ooh, carne asada. It's carne asada. That's what I said. Carne asada. Carne. But with more flavor. Carne. Try saying it like this. Juicy carne asada. Carne asada. Carne. I did it. And you swolls.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
How long have I been?
12 minutes. Head for the mountains.
Everybody wants super straight, super white teeth. They want that Hollywood white smile. New Sensodyne Clinical White provides 2 shades whiter teeth and 24/7 sensitivity protection. I think it's a great product. It's going to help a lot of patients.
All new Subway wraps are packed with delicious ingredients in a pillowy lavash wrap. Finally, a refreshing lunch that tastes amazing.
Perfect for pro athletes like me, right?
Can I finish? Try all new wraps from Subway today.
What does fearless look like? Like sliding through a glimmer of daylight? Like trading paint with a champion? Like starting in the back of the pack and stopping at nothing until everyone is choking on your dust? What does fearless look like? Find out for yourself. The Nascar Craftsman Truck Series.
Tomorrow it's Baseball Night in America on Fox. Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts lead the Dodgers against rising superstar Ellie De La Cruz and the Reds. Or it's one of baseball's best rivalries as the Cubs take on the Cardinals. It all begins 7 Eastern on Fox. Check local listings for the game in your area. Let's take a look at our stage points for the evening. Corey Heim gets the sweep, 20 on the board for him. Tanner Gray, much needed stage points, 17 for the driver that started on the pole. Lane Riggs having a good night as well. Pit stops happening now, Jamie.
And for Tanner Gray, he said the start of that second stage, he didn't fire off, meaning he didn't have as much speed as what he would like, but the middle was way, way better. The end equally as edgy. They're going to move in the same direction. He also asked for a clean windshield, so they're going to give him a tear off. For Chase Burton, he said it was way too tight, but the team team telling him, you have done such a phenomenal job out there. We're going to slightly adjust this air pressure just to keep going that same direction. Amanda? Bottom right, you'll see the 45 of Caden Honeycutt. He was telling his team that he's just too tight all around, especially into turn 3. As you see Corey Hine pull off, the guy that's looking for long-term employment. One stage 1 by 4 seconds, one stage 2 by 4 seconds. Told his team it's just a tick too tight, but I'm very happy.
Top 2 hold serve coming off the pit lane. And there was an incident where a crew member went down. We'll follow up there.
It was the 45, yeah. Caden Honeycutt's fuel man was trying to get the can out of the back there, as you can see, was unable to do so, and man, he went for a ride.
I mean, you could just tell on the dejection of that crew, right? You could just left the camera on there, and you know there was some issues. He finally loses the can here.
A penalty coming for Honeycutt for removing equipment. How scary is this? Oh my goodness. Final stage coming up.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin' deals on tools to power through projects. Because teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
It's Craftsman Days at Lowe's.
Buy this Craftsman V20 starter kit and get one of 14 cordless Craftsman V20 tools free.
Scan now for the current Deal of the Race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud.
Do it with Craftsman.
Pizza Hut just changed the combo game with the new My Hut Box. Starting at $6.99, it's the ultimate solo meal. Get a personal pan pizza or melts and your favorite side. Combo like you never comboed before. No one outbeats the Hut.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we can have sunglasses that stand up to whatever light throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
This making you uncomfortable? Good. When you've got type 2 diabetes like me, you have up to 4 times greater risk of stroke, heart attack, or worse, death. Even when meeting your A1C,
Caden Honeycutt had a
discomfort can help you act.
issue there on the road. He had
empowering you to get real
fuel
with your
can
health
come with him.
Talk to them about
crew member
lowering your
too
risk of
came up to him
stroke,
for a little
heart
bit before he
attack,
fell
or
off the
death.
truck. I think he's all right.
Did you pay the Apple Card
Sounds
like
good.
I asked?
Oh no, you forgot.
Crews usually take that shit like a champ. Tough guys. Tough fucking guys.
He did it.
However you may choose to travel, we'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise for lives in drive.
Summer starts now. The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. New peanut butter cookie dough party, new picnic peach cobbler, and more delicious flavors. Start summer now. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Well, guy, looks like we got us a little seating situation. Do we want to be the guy who assumes a boatload of liability every time someone sits down? Or be your strongest self, guy.
All set for the final stage, Craftsman Truck Series, racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway on a Friday night. This Memorial Day weekend, we want to make you aware of the Honor and Remember program. Honor and Remember works with NASCAR, the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and Fox Sports to make people aware not only of those that didn't make it home, but also to honor the Gold Star families who lost loved ones. In fact, there were more than 100 Gold Star families here this weekend. Text the word FLAG to 41444 or scan the QR code to learn more. Sunday night, 600 miles of remembrance. It's the Coke 600. Such a special tradition as we remember those that made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. spin for Corey Hunt. And there's Caden Honeycutt.
He's going to restart 29th, Adam, all the way in the back.
Let's get an update, Amanda.
They did come back to pit road and take a little more fuel. That crew guy, Zach Brown, he's the fueler for the team. He said that they just had trouble with that gas can, that with it being engaged. Said he's been having trouble with 2 of the cans versus one that's been working well for them here this weekend. But in talking to the team, the AMR safety team was over here assessing Zach Brown. He has been cleared to continue on with this race.
These guys are so fucking
hard
tough.
Passion, isn't it? He tried to wrestle that can out of that truck and went down, but yet bounced back up, and he's going to continue.
That just shows he's a racer, right? We just do whatever we can.
The crew guy's so tough.
Right.
13 of Jake Garcia over the wall too soon. He too will have to come from the back here. Free pass with our second caution of the night, Mason Massey. Trucks on the lead lap. We're ready for the final stage.
All right, here we go.
On the front row, the 11 in control.
Good restart for both lanes right here.
Just remember that intensity picks up with every lap that goes by. These restarts, this one, the next one, they're just going to get crazier and crazier as you see Corey Hunt moving up the hill and grabbing that lead off turn 2.
Hello, Connor Mozak in the 7.
Mozak did a really good job there.
See, it's exactly halfway.
11, but 15 with a run here. Tough spot to do that. Be aggressive, knowing that's a
caution.
But gets off a 4 really
Oh
well.
man,
in the wall.
That was a
Bad
big
Moffitt
crash.
in the 46.
That was kind of a hard hit.
Wow, that's a big impact there.
Man, that was a big crash there. I hope everyone's all right. That was a fucking hard hit. Man, dude, come on, pull the window net down. That was a big fucking hit.
This was happening just outside the top
Come on,
15.
man.
They were racing.
Tyler
There
Ankrum.
when
I
the
see him
incident
moving
occurred.
around. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Window net coming down of Tyler.
Such a strong start to the season for Tyler. He's had nothing but bad luck here lately.
Yeah, that was a big hit.
Bit of a bounce back
Didn't
last
catch
week
it
at
on
North
camera, but hold on,
Wilkesboro,
I'll show the replay.
The problems today had to spin in qualifying, tried to come from the rear.
Probably going to stop the race.
Unfortunately, not going to have the ending he wanted.
It hasn't been for a lack of speed. They just had a bad lot. 3 finishes 20th or worse going into last week at North Wilkesboro.
Could we tell stage 3 started, guys? Intensity definitely picked up a little bit right here.
Just like last year, you go stage 1, stage 2, caution free. You get in the final stage, all bets are off, and as you said, a little more aggression, and we have our first caution for an accident on the night.
See Jeffrey in there moving around, getting ready to
I think that's Jeffrey Earnhardt, right?
climb out of that truck.
What a tough break for him.
Yeah. He's moving around in there, so that's good.
Got 2 guys just
He's all right. Maybe he's just taking it slow,
right?
getting
It's a
out.
tough night
I can understand
to
that.
end here.
See if we can see where this starts.
Oh, it's already well happened.
Yeah, Ankrum
it was way down there.
Yeah, that's strange.
Bad Moffitt coming in, nowhere to go. Really landed in his lap here.
Yeah, Ankrum comes straight up the racetrack right in front of Bad Moffitt, the 46.
There's a bunch of hard hits for these guys.
Look at all the damage to the front of that truck of Bad Moffitt and the right side of Ankrum's truck.
My imagination is running wild, trying to figure out why he was so low. If he was hooked or a flat tire. Or
Spencer Boyd has the free pass.
It happened, just before the corner.
Yeah, he must have got hit on the back straightaway. Maybe a bump draft gone wrong. You can see
way
he's already
down there,
already crashing. And then
bam! That was a hard
hit.
Hard impact. Look at
right
that.
there.
Look at
That's
that.
where to go.
That reminds me of the 2011 Mark Martin, David Gilliland crash here at Charlotte in the Coca-Cola 600.
Check out the middle.
This would be a good angle.
Tyler Ankrum. Oh, he gets hooked. Yeah, he went to move up the track a little bit, and there was someone there. Was that Brett Moffitt?
Yep.
And then watch this.
BAM!
That Moffitt had committed to the top.
Jesus Christ.
Then McGee came along, made contact with him, and then caught Jeffrey Earnhardt in the right rear quarter panel and turned him into the outside wall.
Yeah, nowhere really for those guys to avoid, right?
Look at that fucking thing. Holy shit.
Throttles, try to
Holy
get up and
shit.
going around him, and then all of a sudden he lands in your lap, and then he comes back down the racetrack. Tough for them, but
that is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, tough break for Ankrum, right? So good this season, leading the points for the first time, and it's just really just started to go downhill. He could start as good as it can, but also too can realize what the reality can be in the sport, right?
We'll take a break, just underway in the final stage. And under caution, our third of the night, Corey Heim leading at Charlotte.
Inez, let me ask you, you're using Head and Shoulders, right?
Only when I see flakes. Then I switch back to my regular shampoo.
You should use it every wash, otherwise the flakes will come back.
He's right, you know.
Is that Tiny Troy?
The ingredients in Head & Shoulders keep the microbes that cause flakes that big.
Microbes? Really?
They're always on your scalp. Little rascal. But good news, there's no itchiness, dryness, or flakes down here.
I love Tiny Troy and his tiny, gorgeous hair. He's the best.
Make every wash count. Little help, please?
Heartburn makes you queasy? Get fast relief with new Tums Plus, upset stomach and nausea support, and love food bad.
Purina is supporting more touch therapy dogs to make a difference in the lives of more kids, like me. Purina cares here.
The Barn Bar. The county's best hangout. Just got better. Here's to living smooth with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
Ooh, carne asada.
It's carne asada.
That's what I said.
Carne asada.
Carne.
Carne.
Juicy carne asada.
Carne asada. Carne. I did it. And you swallows all that golden corral. Golden corral. Really?
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you build an all-pretzel pantry. With a biometric security system. Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
This Skinny Pop is so delicious. And only 3 simple ingredients. You never have to stop.
Thomas, hold my quotes and my text.
Got it.
And my emails.
Don't leave.
Skinny Pop, endlessly delicious.
If this is your idea of ladylike, you're gonna fit right in. Join us at Toyota Racing.
This is David's look of joy, and this is his John Deere Z530M mower that delivers precision, speed, comfort, and a feeling we couldn't possibly put into words. You just have to get in the seat.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today. Find your nearest dealer at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Tonight marks the first of 6 races to go to the playoffs. It's a busy time of the year for tailgating.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of a 5-race stretch here. Our first race was in Kansas with Corey Heim going to victory lane, and then Ross Chastain won Darlington in the 45 truck. Back up to historic North Wilkesboro Speedway. Now we just bumped down to Charlotte, about 80 miles away. And then we'll head to the gateway to the west, St. Louis. How do you like our pickup truck, Carson? It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It is very cool, right? I mean, this is tough on these teams to go 5 in a row. Luckily, there's a lot close to home, but this is tough on these teams, especially the small teams. So to be able to be committed like this, it really just tells how good and how much depth these teams do and really have.
We don't have the king cap, Carson. Phil, Michael, and me, we sit 3 across the front there. You're going to have to sit in the back, okay? Lengthy cleanup at Charlotte. We'll knock out another break. We'll talk strategy when we come back. What are these teams going to do here?
The future is here. We've been creating it for more than 100 years. From the most advanced technology to the broadest, most reliable network of sales and service dealers. Always moving forward. We lead, others follow.
Pizza Hut just changed the combo game with the new My Hut Box. Starting at $6.99, it's the ultimate solo meal. Get a personal pan pizza or melts and your favorite side. Combo like you never comboed before. No one out Pizza Hut.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
What a great organization, helping families in need like ours. It's a godsend.
I'd just like to say thank you to everybody.
What's up at DQ? These two are debating which $7 meal deal, with fries, drink, and a sundae, is the best full-size meal deal of all. Cheeseburger,
Chad is dead.
chicken strips. There's something for everyone in the $7 meal deal at DQ. Happy tastes good.
As this country moved west, a new age began to take shape, where fortunes were made, rules were broken, and legends were born. Outlaws and Lawmen on Fox Nation.
The future.
How frustrating is it to find a great pair of jeans? They never have the right color, style, or size. Too tight here, too loose there, too long here. I have the perfect solution for you. M. Taylor Custom Jeans. Stop spending hours trying stuff on. Download the free M. Taylor app on iOS or Android. Standard jeans use just 2 measurements. M. Taylor Custom Jeans use 7 different measurements to give you the perfect fit. Design your own custom jeans for just $79. Choose from hundreds of styles, delivered right to your door. Download the M. Taylor app. M. Taylor measures you digitally and is 20% more accurate than a professional tailor, all from home.
It was so easy to be measured by M. Taylor. It took less than 30 seconds. This is definitely my favorite pair of jeans. They fit perfectly.
To get custom jeans, shirts, or suits, your phone can measure you right now. With free shipping and a money-back guarantee at just $79. Get your new favorite pair of jeans today. M. Taylor, available now on the Apple App Store, Android, and mtaylor.com.
I'm not surprised Carson was dancing in the break, but Bill was even giving it up over here. We needed that on camera. Are they listening to the same thing we are?
He's dancing too. They're jamming out.
No, he's got that Cardinals
jersey on. That's right. He's waiting for Fox Baseball tomorrow night.
Baseball Night in America.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, Taylor Gray threw out the first pitch this week over the Redbirds win. How about that?
Love that.
Which is controversial because he's a Braves fan. We'll get to that another time. Let's go to the
That
strategy
sucks. The
here.
Red
We had a
Sox
couple of
lost to the
trucks come
Brewers
down, top
7-2.
off with fuel, nobody else coming down, getting that final set of tires. Where do we think this is all going to shake out finally?
We talked about it during the break. We saw Kate Honeycutt come down pit road as well as Jake Garcia. Good move. They were towards the back of the pack anyway. They're the ones that were the penalty trucks from the previous pit stops. So they just topped off with fuel. That means they will need less fuel when they come in again. So that may open up the playbook a little bit, Carson.
Yeah, it just puts more tools in their toolbox, right? It just gives them a little bit more options, a little bit more changes that, you know, they could go long if they allow themselves to maybe catch a yellow, but they could also too, you know, maybe just take fuel only if they need that little, and just a lot of different factors that could play into it here, and being risky because you know you had a truck that could contend for the win.
Keith McGee, Jeffrey Earnhardt released from the Care Center. Good news there. They were involved in this caution.
We talked about the playbook. Nick Sanchez just got called to pit road. They're putting fuel in that truck, and see they're lifting up the left side, seeing if they can squeeze just a little bit more fuel in it, and also getting a report from the radio that maybe there's a loose lug. One of the wheels isn't tight. They're surveying that. Yeah, I think this is a great call. Again, we only had 59 laps to go. We talk about the pit window being 50 to 55. We're going to save a little fuel on this caution lap right here for all these teams that came down pit road. They may need a handful of more caution laps and maybe get in their window to make it. Eckes had problems all night, starting with practice earlier. He just came to pit road, got 4 tires, so he's saying this is our chance to use strategy to get up front.
I tell you, the big winner in this, Kate Honeycutt, he just came down pit road, put fuel in it. With the way the shoes worked out, a lot of people weren't sure and whatnot with how many people just came down under the one to go. He gained like 4 or 5 rows right here. So he has more fuel than everybody and is probably further up than he would have in a normal shoes scenario.
He's the highest placed truck right now that pitted on this car.
Absolutely. A whole lot to watch as as we go green one more time. The one thing that hasn't changed, the two at the front. Teammates again, Heim and Tanner Gray. 58 laps to go at Charlotte.
Green flag.
Good restart from Tanner Gray to stay up next to him, but Connor Bozak had a shot here. See if he can't do the same thing here again.
Pete Thompson peeking to the top there, trying to take him 3 wide. Look at the squeeze play up there. Ben Rhodes up the middle, right in the center of the screen. Couple of Fords side by side. Rhodes with Lane Riggs.
Look at that push from Rhodes.
4 wide right there.
They're racing hard.
Well, wait a minute, he doesn't have anywhere else to go. He's right on the bumper of Majeski, but a nice push on Chase Purdy by Ben Rhodes.
Daniel did a really good job sticking to the bottom there. Maybe get 1 or 2 as you see Caden Honeycutt just in the background of your screen, already making moves up forward.
Wow. Look at Daniel. Loose in the center. Shot him right down on the apron. Able to keep his foot in it, though. Dye up to 9th in the running order. Trying to get 8th away from Ben Rhodes.
Yeah, they're racing really hard.
Watch this for Matt Crafton up in the speedy dry. You see the 3 wide ahead of him. And that's pretty hard contact.
That's going to push that right rear quarter panel that we talk about so much over. Something that they really needs to lean on with that side force.
Look at Lane Riggs with this big run right here against Purdy here.
Wow. Some good momentum there for Lane. It's like these trucks have a push to pass, Mike. This is a battle for the 5th position, and Lane once more. He's down there. Purdy squeezing him a little bit.
Daniel Dye right behind them. Ben Rhodes as well. All battling inside the top 10.
Danny might have a run here on the 38 and see if they head into 1. And Daniel doing a really good job just hitting the bottom here, putting together good laps. And right there, Lane got tight and he's able to get the left rear. He might have a shot here to clear him into 3 and 4 for how good he's been on the bottom.
Yeah, Lane had to pedal that throttle, lost his momentum. Let's see if Daniel can clear him. Not quite able to clear him.
Now he does.
Now he and gets loose, chases it, catches it. Lane in the outside wall, possibly.
That's been Daniel's strong suit today.
Oh, trouble.
That right front fender rub.
Caution for Matt
Probably
Crafton.
right front, don't you think, Michael?
Caution number 4.
Yeah, more than likely result of the damage from hitting turn 4.
Yeah,
Wall 3-4 laps ago.
I'd say for sure. I was going to say, you're going to notice that the rest of the day, but obviously that was a little bit harder of a contact than even we thought.
So I think this caution will make it.
Teams that pitted on that last
Yeah, so
caution.
nobody else will have to worry about fuel, I don't think.
I think we got to pit.
I was going to say it might be a gain for them, but actually it might not, because they allow this leader to get on the same fuel cycle as them.
But they're going to have track position over him, and we know how fast Corey Heim is out front. Let's put him back in the pack and give us a chance. Crafton running 15th when he got into the wall. And there goes that tire. Matt Crafton, in the last 10 mile-and-a-half races, Adam, he finished in the 15th or better in 9 of them. So this has been his strong suit, and that streak comes to an end tonight. You've been talking to Larry McGreal?
That's one of my McNuggets.
Let's go to Amanda.
Tyler Ingram has been released from the care center after that hard hit, and Tyler, it's been a tough day for you. I know you're not happy with where the season has been for you of late. How are you managing the frustrations?
Day by day. I'm not going to repeat what I said after Texas, but same thought process. You know, we had a pretty good weekend at North Wilkesboro, and we plan on repeating it. I haven't seen the replay yet, but can't really tell much from that angle. Looks like definitely got moved, so gonna find out who that was, and that'll be the next one added to the list. So ahead of the next race, St. Louis, I guess. I just can't do nothing. I can't do anything but thank Lane and Chevrolet for sticking with me. We've had really good trucks this season, but these past couple weeks haven't been very friendly to me.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Good news for Ingram. Came in 65 above the cut line. Had a little bit of breathing room there. Carson, we love having you in the booth, man. Great stuff, and all the best this weekend, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun, absolutely.
Yeah, great perspective from Carson Hocevar, who's always been so good right here at Charlotte.
Yeah, I enjoyed having Hocevar in the booth again. That was fun.
Hang with us on FS1 with the trucks.
Smile, you found it. The feeling of finding psoriasis can't filter out the real you. So go ahead,
Live unfiltered with the one and only Sotyktu, a once-daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis and the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding you're so ready for your close-up, or finding you don't have to hide your skin, just your background. Once daily Sotyktu was proven better, getting more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. There's only one Sotyktu, so ask for it by name. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
It's now 10 p.m. here and in Charlotte.
In my bag like a bunch of groceries, all this cheese and greens just come to me.
Freedom you can't take your eyes off. The new 2024 Jeep Wrangler and Gladiator. Jeep, there's only one.
Top off this Memorial Day with $2,000 bonus cash allowance on 2024 Jeep Wrangler gas-powered models and Jeep Gladiator. Stop by your local dealer for a test drive and experience open-air freedom today.
You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold.
What straps mold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring does.
Boring makes vacations happen.
Early retirement's possible.
And startups start up.
Because it's smart, dependable, and steady. All words you want from your bank.
For nearly 160 years, PNC Bank has been brilliantly boring, so you can be happily fulfilled. Which is pretty unboring if you think about it.
I thought water would help with these dry spots.
That's lawn disease. But Scott's Healthy Plus will cure it.
Lawn disease?
Been going around.
So, like, other people have it and it's not...
Pick up a bag of the new Scott's Turf Builder Healthy Plus lawn food today.
Leave it alone. Feed it.
Meet Ultimate Hybrid. Advanced ceramic and wax technology. The best of both worlds, but better. Only from Mothers.
We thought this caution might open the door, come to pit road, get that final set of tires, and we had a whole bunch of takers there, Phil.
We sure did. I think we only had about a half a dozen trucks stay on the racetrack. Here comes Corey Heim. He's going to have an issue. Watch, you see the jack put in underneath the truck. It's not working. He has to go back over pit wall to get another jack.
How about the hustle, though?
How about the athleticism,
yes.
too? That jack doesn't weigh, it weighs more than 30 pounds, and he just running around there like it's nothing. Unfortunately, with all that lost time, Corey came out just about the last truck off of pit road. So he's going to have his work cut out for him.
And there's a lot of strategy plays there. We saw earlier when Caden Honeycutt came to pit road to get gas, he came and just got gas again, which just ensures that he's going to make it to the finish. He's one of the first trucks off pit road. Jake Garcia with Rich Lucia's calling the shots. He did the same thing. Maybe those drivers had penalties earlier that had lost their track position, and that's really what encouraged them to get out of balance on strategy.
And, you know, Corey Haim's just seen the front of this field all night long, Phil, and now that he's back in the pack, that truck's going to handle differently. He's going to have a fast truck, we know that, but that's a lot of trucks to pass in a short period of time.
The lowest he's been, I think, is second right in this race.
Yes. Top 7 trucks stayed out. 7th, Christian Eckes on tires. Our race leader, Chase Purdy, Jamie.
Yes, they chose not to come to pit lane, and the reason being they feel like they're still about 12 laps short on fuel. And as long as we have another caution, they're going to be fine. He said, well, I just need you to go out there and just push as hard as you can at the beginning stages of this race. They feel like if we get another caution, everybody's going to come back to pit lane to get tires. So they're not worried about the strategy that they chose. They're going to take this track position for now, Adam.
Look at those drivers up there in the top 7. Mason Massey got a free pass earlier. Same for Spencer Boyd.
Going to go another lap under caution here, and anybody looking to get a little bit better fuel mileage, this is a bonus.
Well, how about Chase Purdy? He pitted on lap number 63. That means he would have to go, what, 71 laps?
Yeah, Jamie just
on this tank.
Yeah. He just reported that he's short.
Yeah, I got to believe he's short. Now, we've had a number of caution laps since they came down pit road.
Amanda?
That Moffitt has been medically cleared as well. And that, from your viewpoint, what happened?
Yeah, it just looked like the 18 got
loose. I guess he got spun and went down the racetrack and then came back up, and it was too late. Stevie was yelling for me to stay up. Here, I'm watching the replay for the first time. Stevie was yelling at me to stay up, stay up, stay up, and then at the last second, I tried to get down, but just nowhere to go there. Yeah, it looks like he got spun getting into 3. I don't know if somebody tagged him or what, and then come back up across the racetrack. Yeah, just unfortunate. I hate it. Customers Bank was here with their crowd, and didn't want to end the night like this, but we'll move on to St. Louis next week.
Dude, that guy's eyes is creepy.
Glad he's okay. Hard hit. Brett Moffitt been a little quiet tonight. See if he could rally here late, just outside the top 15.
He's 16th, but Michael, 8th in line of those drivers that just came and got tires. That's really as good a position as they've been in all night when you look at strategy, track position, and all that.
Isn't it just like these crew chiefs teams to be able to figure out a way to use strategy to gain track position, to be able to have the best shot to get the win here in Charlotte? We've got them all over the board right now.
You know, these teams up front here that did not take tires on this pit stop, you know, that opens up the playbook for them. If we get a caution with 20 or 20 laps to go, they'll have a set of tires to put on where most of these teams will not.
And I just want to give the viewers at home a little heads up and alert. This restart is going to be nuts. Wow. Because we got trucks that haven't been up front, right up front. Laps are winding down. The fast trucks are trapped behind these trucks. It's going to be out of hand.
Sunday on Fox, it's one of NASCAR's crown jewel events as we honor our nation's heroes with the sound of horsepower at the Coke 600. The pre-race kicks things off at 5:30 Eastern. Green flag flies at 6. It's Sunday on Fox. Practice qualifying happens tomorrow afternoon on FS1. Xfinity race here tomorrow as well. Live on Fox, our drivers only broadcast.
I was going to say drivers only tomorrow. Joey Logano will be taking over your slot, right?
I'm going to put my feet out.
And I want to tell you what, if that race is anything like that practice session, we had cars all over the place. Interesting lines. It's going to be a crazy race for our drivers to call.
Watch for 3 wide here when we get down to 1 and 2.
Watch for more than that. Watch for shoving, pushing, and another caution.
Hold your breath. Close your eyes. This restart going to be something to watch. Chase Purdy in control, 47
green flag
remaining at Charlotte.
Chase Purdy's needing to step in Parsons at 75 to give him the push.
Stuart Friesen out of line.
Stephenson, I'll give you a push till I try to pass you. And look who's right there pouncing. Christian Eckes.
He's on those tires, and here he comes. 19 driving by Chase Purdy. Put Christian Eckes into the lead. Can he hang on?
From last to first.
And when he comes back around by the start-finish line, he will have done it again. He's led a lap at Charlotte. He's led a lap in every race this year. So impressive.
He sounded really confident, too, Adam, when we chatted with him right before the race. Said he really liked his truck in practice. And it looks like he knew what he was talking about.
Ben Rose trying to make his way by his teammate Connor Jones. That's a battle for the 5th spot. He's got that spot.
Connor doing a nice job again, really fast at North Wilkesboro. There's Jake Garcia up on the outside of Daniel Dye. There's battles everywhere.
There's Caden Honeycutt pushing the 66 of Connor Jones.
What a day for Caden Honeycutt. The problems in practice, still manages to qualify inside the top 10. The violation on pit road. They play a little strategy, and he's looking to get back inside the top 5.
Connor Mosack down on the bottom of Tanner Gray, and here comes Majeski on the outside. I can't believe they survived that restart. There was a lot of action, but everybody kept it pointed straight.
There's Corey Heim. You see him, the Safe Light truck. There he is, the black and red truck on the outside.
He's 21st.
Yeah, still outside the top 20, but battling.
Grant Enfinger into the top 10.
Look at Corey Heim go on the bottom, goes by Tanner Gray. Now he's going to grab that 13 of Jake Garcia.
Heim to 17th.
Does he need a caution to get to first, Phil?
Boy, it sure seems like he would.
Really fast truck, but I think I'm with you on that.
You know, Eckes not exactly pulling away from Chase Purdy. The advantage to the front, 0.8 of a second.
And their lap time's nearly identical, Adam.
There's the 19. He's passed 87 trucks tonight.
That's unbelievable. Stephen Parsons hanging in there after a nice restart. Went up high in 1 and 2 to try to look at the lead. Got past, but hanging right on there in that number 75 in the 3rd spot. Yeah, that's the first time he's had any kind of track position all night. Doing a really nice job with a pop cells truck.
Running part-time, pair of top 10s
there we go.
this year for Stephen Parsons.
Great looking truck too. I love the military salutes. Oh, look at Corey Hahn go.
Hahn is electric. Outside of the O2 of Massey, gets Mozak, and a little hello to Ty Dillon. I mean, this is like 3 or 4 trucks in one lap down the back straightaway.
Now into the 11th spot, just outside the top 10 for Corey Heim. And next time he comes around, he'll be in the top 10. He might even be 7. He's got 3 in front of him right there. He's going to just size up and put away.
2 laps ago, you said, does he need a caution? And here he is trying to work his way into the top 10. It doesn't matter low, high, middle. The 11 can go anywhere. Crossover on Brett Moffitt, his teammate.
It's 1 on the outside, 1 on the inside. That's a space of a half a lap.
I'm the 9th.
That's incredible. He's making it look easy, and we know it isn't.
Ben Rhodes hanging around in the top 5. Christian Eckes leads. 40 laps to go. A whole lot going on late at Charlotte for the trucks.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin' deals on tools to power through projects. Because teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
It's Craftsman Days at Lowe's. Buy this Craftsman V20 starter kit and get 1 of 14 cordless Craftsman V20 tools free.
Scan now for the current Deal of the Race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud. Do it with Craftsman.
This homestyle chicken salad wrap from Subway, this is how you do it. Savory chicken, crisp veggies, all wrapped up.
These wraps are amazing.
People can hear my thoughts. That's a problem. Stay fresh out there with all new wraps from Subway.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
You're invited to the loudest party in Northern California. NASCAR pours back into wine country on Sonoma's freshly repaved road course. Stars like Truex, Elliott, and Larson will look to claim victory under Sonoma's summer sun. It's more than a race, it's a destination. Camp with us and make our home your home. 3 action-packed days are on tap for the whole family. Join us June 7th through 9th for the Toyota Save Mart 350, a weekend you have to see to believe.
Every Saturday, your game is on Fox. I mean, just feast your eyes on this. Because if baseball is as American as apple pie, then Fox Saturday baseball was one heck of a slice. And with these guys on the menu, all you gotta do is sit back, relax, and make some room for a big old helper with a cherry on top. Come on, it's Saturday. NASCAR fans, you earn the driver's seat. What are you waiting for? Sign up for the free NASCAR Fan Rewards loyalty program today at NASCAR.com/fan rewards.
36 laps to go. It's the Craftsman Truck Series racing on a Friday night at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Michael Walter, Phil Parsons, I'm Adam Alexander, Amanda Busick, Jamie Howe handling the work down on pit road. This race has got shaken up, turned upside down. A lot of different strategies. We've had several different players at the front here in the final stage, but look at Corey Heim from 27th to the top 10 in 6 laps after they had that issue on pit road.
Yeah, I think he's being forced right now to really show his hand and show us how much speed he has in that Toyota. Well, he's got a lot in it, Phil. He's been the fastest truck on the track every lap, even making faster doing so.
Let's give credit to the Jackman, who was so great when things didn't go their way. He has a malfunction, and he hustles right over to grab the backup.
Never hesitated, too. Just right to the pit wall, over the wall to grab that jack. And look at that athleticism. Yeah, knew where it was, knew where the jack was. He didn't have to look for it. You
You see top left of your screen, you see Corey Hahn going to grab another spot from Sanchez, move him to 6th.
Next truck in his sights, his hit list, yeah, is Stuart Friesen. Friesen with a strong run in that 52 truck. He's running 5th right now.
Yeah, Honeycutt just was able to get by Friesen just a lap or so ago.
When Hahn got into the top 10, he was like 6.5 seconds back of the race lead. He's now 6th, and has cut 2 seconds off of that deficit from race leader Christian Eckes.
Yeah, Honeycutt is another truck that's on the move as well, up to the 4th spot. We know what good long run speed he has.
And a good night for Dean Thompson, but outside the top 15 after all the strategy is shaken out.
Daniel Dye loose right there. He's outside the top 15 as well. He's had a good strong run, but it's faded here late.
Tanner Gray, our pole sitter, another one of those drivers that lost some track position in the exchange of pit stops, but he's 12th right now.
See Matt Mills able to get by Daniel.
Taylor Gray right there in that bright red 17 behind Dye. And here's the battle for 5th. You know, I don't think he's going to have a caution to get there.
I don't think he is either.
We reserve our right to change our mind.
We do.
This is unprecedented the way he's been able to motor through this pack.
Well, we just didn't realize how good a truck he had. Jamie, but that 52 of Friesen's having a good run, Jamie.
Yeah, they are. You know, they're coming off of their best results of the season with that 10th place finish last week in North Wilkesboro. And what Stewart told me earlier is he said this program right now, it's progress in motion. We're slowly ticking away at it. They added a new jack fan last week. They had their best pit stop of the season by over 2 seconds. So they're certainly gaining some momentum. It's still looking to stay inside of the top 10.
Don't write them off. When it comes to the playoffs, came into tonight's race 30 below the cut line with 6 to go, and putting a positive run together this evening in Charlotte.
Yeah, we looked at the playoff bubble, and you put Stuart Friesen there, and you think, well, how could that be? It's been a terrible start this season, but he's just been able to fight for every position on the racetrack, and now he's got the performance he's looking for.
He's never going to give up, Stuart Friesen. It's not in his DNA. Dean Thompson
is being passed there by Dean Thompson.
There's Connor Mozak, the 7th. Matt Mills, the 42. It's a 66 to Connor Jones.
Connor's fading a bit here late.
Remember now, Eckes stopped back on lap number 75. That's 8 laps sooner than Caden Honeycutt and Corey Hahn did.
Got to figure that's going to be cutting it pretty close, Phil, from what we've been told from pit road.
We had a few caution laps during that last caution when those other trucks came to pit road.
A lot of conversation on the radio about who can and can't go the distance when it comes to fuel. Here's 11 radio.
Scott, who up in front of us do you think definitely cannot make it, that we don't need their packs on track? 77 for Peter and 75. I don't think they're going to be able to make it. So we're racing at 45 right now.
And the 45 is racing the 75. See right here on the front straightaway.
Battle for the lead, Chase Purdy.
Got to report the 19 saving fuel. Chase Purdy trying to take advantage. Crossover move. Here comes Eckes back by.
That's not how you save fuel.
I was going to say that's not saving fuel. I thought maybe he was going to let him go.
Well, I think he knows that 11 truck is coming.
Look at this crossover. Wow, these guys are going at it with just 26 laps to go.
But then racing for the lead plays into the hands of Honeycutt and Heim, who are driving back up there and trimming that deficit.
Yeah, Heim a half a second faster than these two guys battling for the lead that last lap.
Honeycutt's been able to use the same pace, basically, that Heim has in gaining positions and getting toward the front.
There's that right there, inside of a second.
Coming.
He was a second and a half back, riding in 4th. He gets around Stephen Parsons for 3rd and is now only 7/10 in rears. Talking about the 45 of Caden Honeycutt.
And Honeycutt ran the same exact time as Heim last time by, and they were 3/10 better than anyone else on the track.
See Heim 2.6 seconds behind. What was he when he first over 5 seconds behind at one time?
going to be interesting to see if Christian Eckes has enough fuel. I don't believe Purdy does.
I don't see how Purdy can have saved enough fuel from lap 63.
See in our pylon how many laps it's been since these drivers were on the pit lane, Jamie.
And just listening in on Chase Purdy's team communications, they're telling him right now, just keep digging. We're doing what you're doing. They have 12 more laps before they're going to have to come to pit lane, so there is no way they can make it without stopping for fuel, Adam.
But just as we anticipated.
20 laps of caution since Chase Purdy came to pit road on lap number 63.
And they still think they're 12 laps short. There comes Caden Honeycutt in that white truck, bearing down on the 2 leaders.
22 laps to go.
I think right now, if you Chase Purdy, I think run this thing out. Run until you run out of fuel. Bank on those 20 laps of caution helping you.
Honeycutt is there.
Ben Rhodes, Brett Moffitt, a couple of series champions racing for position.
Rhodes
Final spot inside the top 10.
Yeah, grabs that 10th position away from Moffitt.
Here's our front 3 right there.
What about Christian Eckes? We talked to him before the race. He said, I got a good truck. Obviously had a problem in practice, didn't qualify, and has driven straight to the front.
You look at Corey Hine, he's now 3 seconds back, so the rally has slowed down for driver 11.
Yeah, Caden Honeycutt is now the faster truck of the 2. As Hine tries to size up Stephen Parsons at 75.
Christian Eckes leading. We've reached our Craftsman 20 to go.
Look at that line by Chase Purdy. I love that, right around the rim. Going to have some good momentum.
Charles tonight right there saying, what? Doesn't the 77 have to pit?
Look at him.
Ooh, right up against, right towards the wall, almost against it. Amanda.
Yeah, you're looking at Charles tonight with Christian Eckes. I just asked him, can Christian make it? He said we have 1 lap to play with, so that's how it will unfold for him. I also asked T-Bone a real McInally. He said, of course Christian's going to make it. So there's optimism, but there's also reality, guys.
I thought Purdy was going to slide up into him there. 19 laps remaining. Eckes out front. Here comes Honeycutt for second. We'll take a break. We're going side by side on FS1.
I think it's going to end up being a battle between Heim and
When I
Eckes.
take the bike out like this, all my stresses just melt away.
I hear that. This bad boy can fix anything.
Yeah, tough day at work. Nice cruiser sort you right out.
When I'm riding, I'm not even thinking about my painful cavity.
Oh, you shouldn't ignore that.
And every time I get stressed about having to pay my bills, I just hop on the bike, man.
Oh, come on, man. You gotta pay your bills.
You don't have to worry about anything when you're protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
Well, you definitely do. Those things aren't related, so.
Whoa, that is a vibrating pain.
Recipes. Recipes that are more than their ingredients. Recipes written by hand and lost to time can now be analyzed and restored using the power of Dell AI, preserving memories and helping to write new ones.
That's right, guitars and fast cars right here in Music City. This summer, NASCAR is back at the Nashville Superspeedway. Get your tickets now to watch your favorite driver take on the 1.33 miles of concrete chaos. Visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com to lock in your spot June 28th through the 30th for the Ally 400 race weekend.
This is insane.
Everybody
Caution.
The United Football League on Fox.
To all the veterans and those that are serving today.
To all those near and far, we thank you, and we salute you with a little
77.
of our own.
Chase Purdy.
You saw it while we were side by side. Chase Purdy in the 77 got into the wall, perhaps some debris there, and that produces our 5th caution of the night.
He was running this high line, and he was really making good ground, but just got in a little bit too hot.
Right there. Bill and I were screaming as this happened, come get your tires and gas right now. You're going to have to pit anyway, but that's too much damage, and then bam, blows that right front tire, and into the wall he goes.
I don't know if this is good news or bad news for Christian Eckes, because you get the yellow, that allows you to save a little fuel, but now you're going to be restarting up front with some of the best. We know how strong the 45 has been tonight, Caden Honeycutt, and Corey Heim is right back in the mix. He was 3.5 seconds back, was going to have a hard time getting there, it appeared, if we stay green.
There's a lot. Some of these teams have tires left, too.
That's a good point.
It's another little
twist.
wrinkle.
Yeah. And look at these guys. They're either going to get those tires or they're faking.
Yeah, 26 trucks still on the lead lap right now.
I just wonder about giving up the track position here. You're going to have inside of 10 laps to go because of all, we talk about all the laps on the trucks on the lead lap. That's going to be a lot to overcome.
I mean, I think if there's 12, 14 trucks in the lead lap, that's different, but I'm not sure you want to give up that lead. I mean, Christian Eckes is not going to come and give up that lead. There's no way.
No way.
And we know that Honeycutt, doesn't need any fuel. He's got 8 extra laps of fuel over Christian Eckes.
It's like
Corey Heim, same situation.
It's like Bailey Curry might be in the spot to get the free pass.
Just about done at Charlotte, and the final race of this 5-race stretch next weekend, Saturday afternoon, St. Louis. Worldwide Technology playing host to the Craftsman Truck Series.
That hurt me.
Yeah.
It's one of the more challenging tracks on the schedule.
And both ends completely different.
Race day at 1 o'clock, FS1 over to Fox for the race. 19 radio.
About 9 to go, probably, when we take the group. Yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. I'd look at the chatter real close. If they don't come, then I don't think it's worth it.
Listening to the radio chatter, I think is what Christian was referring to. Pit road is open.
That's why some people say Omaha and stuff like that. They don't want them to know what they're going to do.
Who are you, Peyton Manning?
This is going to be fun to watch. Who comes? Who stays out?
Inside of 10 laps to go, more than likely when we restart.
I want to stay out if I'm the front row.
No doubt.
Okay.
Maybe not.
One guy on the front row.
Here comes Honeycutt. Here comes Heim. Boy, this is going to get interesting.
Look at all the trucks that pitted.
They brought with them.
Yes.
That'll change the game, huh? Jamie?
The 52 has decided to come in. They're going to take 4 new tires for Stuart Friesen. Remember, he said, we are working on our pit stops. We're trying to gain some momentum. Wants to finish better than their last result, which was 10th, Amanda.
Take a look at the 45 who also decided to come as well. It's just been battling a little bit of a tight truck tonight, but it was the 11 of Corey Heim that said, I'm not coming in unless the 45 comes in. It will be scrub tires for Corey Heim and light fuel. A little bit of an issue there for him. I'll let you guys take it.
Big issues for the 45 of Honeycutt. Looks like the air wrench broke over on the right rear. Wow. They don't even have an extra one plugged in. Let's see him come down pit road. Watch the rear tire changer. He gets the tire off, gets the other one on, realizes he has an issue. His air gun came unhooked, or the hose broke, and there they sit. Taking every opportunity for him to win this race with one of the best, probably best, at least 2 or 3 trucks here. He's out now.
And Phil Gould made that call. I love that call to come down and he brought the whole field with him. That's just going to be really interesting on this restart again, how jumbled up things are going to be this late in the race. Eckes and Stephen Parsons restart on the front.
See an issue, lug nuts falling off the left rear.
Oh, and
he's spinning the tire.
Heim was going to go. Yeah, I mean, the lug nut was not on there. I'm not sure he got it on there yet. Wow, drama late here at Charlotte. That was wild looking.
Second time we've seen a bobble on a pit stop for Corey Heim.
Do I have all the wheels tied, or what is the deal? Yeah, we got them tight, bud. We got them tight. There's one missing.
And that's what we saw, one missing, and the crewman tried the best he could to get that one back on, but wasn't able to do so.
Yeah, and that's plenty of lug nuts to hold that wheel on. That will result in a penalty after the race for the crew chief, Scott Zipadelli. A fine, actually, but that'll be fine as far as that tire staying on.
And that was the right call to let him go. Ford will hold it for sure in this short of a run, and he lost track position as it was, but not quite as bad as it could have been.
See the 38 slowing. That must be a penalty for the 38 of Lane Riggs. Raja Caruth, he had a really fast truck towards the end of that run there. You see him right behind Steffen. And the 75 truck, obviously those trucks stay on the racetrack.
And remember, this is the opening race of the trip. An extra
channel in.
Yeah, that's right. $50,000 on the line for the winner tonight. Sunday, the United Football League is back in action. We kick things off 2:30 Eastern time as the DC Defenders take on the Memphis Showboats, or Michigan battles Houston. Check for the game in your area. It's only on Fox.
The Showboats. Only the top 6 trucks did not come down pit road on this caution. We're getting ready to have the choose. A lot older tires for those 6 trucks that haven't been to pit road.
I'm a race fan, and this is going to be fun to watch. See who goes where on the choose. Eckes to the bottom, Steffen to the top. They split it up.
Raja goes to the bottom. Majeski goes behind Steffen on the outside.
Could be 9 to go when they go back racing.
Put on scuff tires. Some of them put on new tires. And some of them selected to stay out. About as differing strategies as you could possibly ask for.
We know all of that about the strategy and the tires. We also know it's going to be incredibly aggressive when we go back to the green flag.
I mean, was that the last caution flag?
Probably not. Probably not. But I got my eye on 11 again. He got those tires on there. And man, we saw how fast he was on those stickers last time.
You see him lined up on the inside. He's 6th in line on the inside.
We saw sticker tires going on that 52 of Stuart Friesen, so we know he's got new ones.
How big would it be for him to win late, lock himself into the playoffs?
This is go time.
Some names at the front we don't always see there. A handful of drivers in the top 10, 15 looking for their first career victory. Front row for the restart. It's going to be Christian Eckes and Steffen Parsons.
And it's going to be intense.
All right, here we go.
Dean Thompson, the first truck, the 5 truck.
It'll be 9 laps to go.
9 laps to go.
Green flag. Jesus Christ.
Nice save by Steffen.
They were like 4 wide at one point once they got past the start-finish line.
Dean Thompson slides up on those tires.
How about Corey Heim already up to about the 6th spot?
Nick Sanchez going for 2nd. Inside of Raja Caruth. There's the 11. Heim racing Parsons. Going to get his teammate Dean Thompson.
Whoa.
Looking inside here. A little 2 for 1 maybe for Heim. The race for the lead is on. Here comes Sanchez. Inside of Eckes. 2 on point with 8 to go.
And here comes Stuart Friesen on his new tires. He's going to do away with Eckes.
Eckes going in the wrong direction. Friesen is by. Corey Heim driving by. There'll be 7 laps to go next time around.
Here comes Raja. Remember, Raja has old tires as well. I don't think these old tires are going to be any match for these guys. Look at them drive by.
Left to your screen, Grant Hinfinger making it happen late. 7 remaining.
Look at Ben Rhodes mowing through there.
There's Corey Heim to grab that 2nd spot from Stuart Friesen.
Corey Heim dominant problem on pit road that set him back. But boy, has he been incredible, rallying in this final stage, fighting through the adversity. Does he have what it takes to get around Nick Sanchez? 6 laps to go.
Corey Haim has plenty of time right now, but I think he would like to dispose of them as quickly as we can in case we get a caution and maybe only have an overtime double 2-lap finish.
And you know, we saw that truck slow as he put more and more laps on his tires, very, very fast initially, and it went away a bit. If Sanchez could just keep him behind him for a couple laps, I think he stands a fighting chance.
Moving around, watching his mirror. So make sure you time it, set it up so you get one shot to get there to drag him down to complete it.
Someone's having issues.
Tanner Gray.
This is a great drive by Nick Sanchez. We know how fast that 11 got there, but he's holding them off.
4 laps to go. In finger to fourth, gives some love to Matt Mills, who's worked his way to the top 5. Jake Garcia had a penalty. He's 7th. Eckes leading on the restart is falling back to 9th.
There's that 42 of Matt Mills. I love the fact that he's been able to fight his way into the top 5 here late.
Great job by Matt.
Wow. And a great job by Sanchez. I said it before, but this is amazing. He knew what was coming, but he's able to stand up and hit the gas and keep it behind him so far.
Eckes now going to in danger of falling out of the top 10. That's a battle for the 9th spot with Mozak right there.
Mozak has brought his A game tonight. 2 laps to go.
2 to go.
Sanchez comes in, riding a wave of momentum. Despite the fact that they've had some problems in the last few races, he has 5 consecutive top 10 finishes.
This is incredible. What great stories up in the top 10, like we were talking about with Matt Mills and Jake Garcia looking for his first top 10 of the year. Connor Mozak in the top 10.
White flag going to go in the air this time.
White flag. One more time around at Charlotte for Nick Sanchez. Corey Haim is close.
Over Corey Haim.
I wouldn't count out Corey Haim.
Haim decides to try to run the fence, get some momentum off turn 2. Had to try something.
Yeah.
Stuart Friesen looking on from 3rd spot.
Started the season with a win.
Nick Sanchez is going to win the truck race at Charlotte.
Nick Sanchez is the man at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Never count that. Never count that Bono's team out.
That's a happy crew right there. Winning at Charlotte. Such a great feeling for these guys.
Great job, guys. Great strategy. Awesome job wheeling that thing, man. That was awesome. Restart for money all night. Thank you, Derek. You helped a lot right there. Help you. I'm here to drive. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
4th driver with multiple wins this season.
Talking to Derek Nealon, his spotter up top. He said, "You help me mirror drive there." That's a tool you have to have and know how to use, and he did great. Wonder if that victory feels extra special, Adam.
$50,000.
50,000 more reasons to be special.
Round 1 of the Triple Truck Challenge, and Nick Sanchez going to make a deposit in the bank.
He's going to make a fast break to the bank.
This kid's got loads of talent. We saw it last year in his rookie campaign when he made the playoffs. Didn't get to victory lane, but his sophomore season has been a huge success. A pair of victories, and there's no question he'll be a major threat when we get into the final 7 races this year.
Come on!
They're all hyped up.
So good for Red Racing. It's their second win as well. Let's send it to Jamie Howe.
For Nick Sanchez, it is the second victory of the season for you. The first thing you said on the radio was, man, this team is fun. When you're able to have these moments, what impact does that have on the way you're able to race?
It's awesome. And, you know, my number 2 Gainbridge Chevrolet, I mean, what can I say more about this team? I mean, we started off bad. We knew it. Did not affect us. We went to work. We put ourselves in position when it mattered most. So this is for Chris Showalter, my car chief. Birthday today. Truck start, so this is for him, and it's great to get number 2.
For Shoei, I know you dedicated this race win to him, but for you, you're going to go home with a $50,000 check for the Triple Chuck Challenge victory today. What are you going to do with it?
I don't know, probably put it in the savings. I totally forgot about that, so yeah, added bonus, sweet.
Congratulations.
He's going to put it in his savings account.
That's very mature.
I love that. Amanda?
And there are tears in the eyes of the guy that Nick Sanchez just dedicated the race win to. 700 races. Chris, where will this one rank?
It just probably popped to number 1.
Wow.
But it's a long battle, you know. But it's about people. And I love this group of people. You know, I'll do anything for this group of people. Thank you.
Congratulations.
It doesn't mean much to people.
Racing is beautiful, man.
I just love racers, and that's a racer right there. Been here for every truck race, and
racing
just
is
does a great
fucking
job
beautiful,
when he's
man.
doing his job, and you can tell the passion and the love that he has for his job and his profession. And I'm so glad we got to say hi to Chris and congratulate him. And there's so many of those guys on pit road, just like Chris, that just put their heart and soul in this sport.
He's been here for all 700 races. His team wins, and it's his birthday. I mean, does it get any better than that?
And $50,000 extra.
Yeah, that's right. Back down to Jamie.
Well, Corey Heim led 72 laps in the race today, and you've had to drive through the field. It was quite a show that you were able to put on. Not enough right there at the end. What could you have done different?
Yeah, I mean, obviously an eventful day for us. Just felt like it got away from us on separate occasions there. I mean, we had control of the race, and then as soon as you don't, you're just victim to the leader, and they can control the air, and Nick did a great job at, just blocking my air the best he could. So props to him, he did a great job. Felt like we had the best truck by a long shot. Just when you're behind the leader, you can't do much, but I feel like we were able to get through traffic so well, and I'm glad we could make it entertaining at least, but it doesn't really matter for us to finish second. But huge thanks to Tricon Garage for this bullet. I feel like we were so good today. Safe flight to winter racing, just super disappointed, to say the least.
Leads 72 laps, wins both stages. And while he's disappointed finishing second, because no doubt their benchmark is to win every week, they went a long way in helping themselves with the playoff points, and when you look at those regular season standings, because he and Christian Eckes have been going back and forth in that category. So even though he doesn't have the big picture tonight with the trophy, he goes a long way in helping himself down the road when it goes to winning a championship.
And I think what he didn't say was that he felt like that race got away from them on pit road, with the trouble they had on pit road, and certainly had the fastest truck. But here we go here. This is the first issue he had with the Jack. He was gonna watch this back and say, I've got a great team. Yeah, I mean, that's effort right there. And typically this pit crew was one of the most solid pit crews on pit road. Obviously a Jack malfunction, that's going to happen every now and then. Unfortunately, that hurt him, and then the next one, it's going to come in. Issues with the lug nuts on the left rear that he didn't get them all on. Whoa, reacted there quickly to get his hand out of that fast spinning hamster wheel looking situation he was in. Yeah, that just cost him enough track position to be behind, and Nick Sanchez was able to get the lead and dictate the pace of the race, and he went where Corey Heim probably wanted to go as well.
But
Yeah,
so
the
Xfinity race tomorrow
is... He gets the $50,000 as well in the Triple Truck Challenge.
Ooh, car
carne asada. It's carne asada.
What time is it?
Carne asada. Carne. But with more flavor. Carne. Try saying it like this. Juicy carne asada. Carne asada. Carne. I did it. And you swolls.
So the race is at
The world
1:19
is in
tomorrow.
constant motion,
So I'll
and
be
you
live
have
at
places to go.
12:45 for the
Enterprise
race.
has more vehicles and locations than anyone, so you can get
So,
just
yeah.
the kind of vehicle you need, when and where you need it. Enterprise.
I want to
for
thank you guys
lives in
for
drive.
watching. It was fun times tonight. Congrats to Nick Sanchez. Pretty fun race. I enjoyed it. And peace out. And now the computer calms down right as I'm about to end the stream. Like literally the computer has calmed down.
The Barn Bar.
Now that I'm like ending the stream, the computer is calmed down. Alright, bye fuckers.
Here's the living